A very good morning to everybody. Welcome back to your live virtual classes. So, live virtual classes, and today we are in chapter number 4.
Recording in
Okay.
progress.
So, we are in chapter number 4, inventories. So, what did we do the last class? कहाँ तक पढ़ाई किया था? This we finished BRS. So, bank reconciliation statements completely we finished. Okay. So, we did all the illustrations, then true or false, and then the uh, MCQ questions. I asked you people to try the practical questions. So everybody who were present there in that particular class, so they told me कि madam कुछ भी doubts नहीं है, everything is solved and we are okay. So then we started with inventories. Okay, inventories is chapter number 4, and ये आ सकता है आपका portions में आपके exam पे inventories can come for the same level of questioning. So sometimes 10 marks में आ सकता है, or sometimes even for 5 marks it can come. But the point is, inventories is one of the most important as well as easiest topic. So this also I need your full attention up. You have to give. Okay, so the last previous year question papers, yes, 5 marks के लिए आता है. But since it is only 5 marks, even then you have to study that. Is that clear to everybody? So yes. So for the benefit of the people, I will do a very fast recap of what we have done in the last class. ओके सो लास्ट क्लास में क्या हुआ है और व्हाट वी डिड वाज इन्वेंटरीज. सो इन्वेंटरीज, व्हाट आर इन्वेंटरीज? इन्वेंटरीज जो गुड्स होता है एक बिजनेस में, जिसको वो गुड्स बेच सकता है बिजनेस, यानी उस गुड्स को कंज्यूम करते हुए it can manufacture or produce the finished goods, or it can also use the goods for packing of the finished goods. Okay, तो इतने सारे levels के और different types of inventories can be classified based on two different types of business. One is the manufacturing, second one is trading. In case of manufacturing, the inventories will be of 5 different types. फर्स्ट होता है रॉ मटेरियल, जिसको हम परचेज करके उसमें कुछ प्रोसेस और मेथड में डाल के फिनिश्ड गुड्स को हम ला देते हैं. सो वन इज रॉ मटेरियल्स, एंड देन यू गेट फिनिश्ड गुड्स. In between, you call something as the work in process. So when you are preparing a shirt, if the buttons are not still stitched, so that is an unfinished shirt. उसको हम बोलते हैं work in process. तो कुछ वर्क अभी भी पेंडिंग है उस पर्टिकुलर गुड्स में, वो फिनिश्ड गुड्स नहीं बन जाता है, बट इट विल बी कैटेगराइज्ड अंडर वर्क इन प्रोसेस. ओके, नाउ द फोर स्टोर्स एंड स्पेयर्स. इसी में मैंने एक इम्पॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट को आप इम्पॉर्टेंट कॉन्सेप्ट आई हैव मेड यू पीपल अंडरस्टैंड. स्टोर्स एंड स्पेयर जो होता है, लाइक लूज टूल्स जो होता है, जिसको हम कॉमनली सभी मशीनरी से यूज करते हैं, उसको हम लूज टूल्स यानी नट्स एंड बोल्ट्स यानी स्पेयर पार्ट्स बोलते हैं, एंड वो भी इन्वेंट्री में आ जाता है. बट दो स्पेयर पार्ट्स विच आर वेरी पर्टिकुलर, एक मशीन से ही वो यूज कर सकते हैं, किसी मशीन से पर्टिकुलरली उस मशीन से ही वो यूज हो सकता है, देन वो बन जाता है आपका कैपिटल गुड्स, आपका मशीनरी के पार्ट बन जाता है. क्लियर? So here we are, or we were talking about the spares and parts which are commonly used. एक point, and second point like buttons and a lot of small the handcuffs whatever you're going to use. So वो जाता है finished product में, वो सभी भी stores and spares consumables के inventory का definition में ही आता है. And the fifth point was your packing material. So where the finished goods is already ready and you need something to pack it, and then you are going to deliver it into the market. So that is packing material that also forms a part of your inventory only. ठीक है. So in a manufacturing unit or in a manufacturing business, 5 तरीके और 5 तरह के inventory types of inventory होता है, beginning with raw material, work in process, finished goods, stores and spares, and then you have packing material. When you come to the trading business जो होता है वो finished goods को खरीद के उसको वही बेचता है. So in between ये वाला raw material, work in progress, finished goods, ये कुछ भी नहीं होता है, just traded goods. Goods को हम परचेज करके उसको हम सेल करते हैं. सो उस गुड्स को हम पैकिंग करना ही पड़ता है. सो वो पैकिंग मटेरियल और ये वाला फिनिश्ड और ट्रेडेड गुड्स दो ही क्लासिफिकेशन है. And then we studied about what is the method. Why should you value inventory? What is the method of valuation of inventory? हमने पढ़ाया है कि as per accounting standard 2, the standard says that the inventory should be valued under cost or net realizable value, whichever is less. कॉस्ट क्या होता है मैडम, नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू क्या होता है? सो फर्स्ट लेट अस गो टू नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू. नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू इज नॉट द मार्केट वैल्यू, बट इट इज द एक्चुअल सेल वैल्यू. आप जिस से बेच सकते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ द मार्कर कॉस्ट इज 10 रुपीज, बट ये वाला मार्कर आप कमीशन एक एजेंट के हिसाब से यू आर एबल टू सेल. सो व्हेन यू आर सेलिंग इट थ्रू एन एजेंट, व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट पर्सन चार्जेस अ कमीशन. सो आपको कमीशन उसको देना पड़ेगा. सो आप जब उसको कमीशन पे करते हो, that particular commission charges should be deducted from the sale value. 10 rupees is the sale value. 2 rupees or 1 rupee, I give it as commission to him. So 10 minus 1 rupee, which is the commission. So 9 rupees net is the net realizable value. So net realizable value का definition ये होता है कि वो पूरा के पूरे sale value is not equal to net realizable value. But sale value minus जो कुछ भी expenses आप incur करते हो, वो sale करने के लिए सबट्रैक्ट करने के बाद जो कुछ भी नेट वैल्यू होता है, वो बनता है नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू. दैट्स ऑल, वेरी सिंपल. सेल्स माइनस एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ सेल्स. नाउ कम टू द कॉस्ट. मैडम कॉस्ट थोड़ा बहुत लंबा कॉन्सेप्ट है. सो व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द कॉस्ट? सो व्हेन आई कम टू डिस्कसिंग अबाउट कॉस्ट, कॉस्ट हो सकता है मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एंटिटी के लिए व्हेन यू परचेज द रॉ मटेरियल, दैट cost of purchase of raw material very important, that will come as a part of cost. Now the second cost, जो कुछ भी ट्रांसपोर्टेशन चार्जेस हम इनकर करते हैं, आई वांट ऑल ऑफ यू टू पुट योर हैंड्स डाउन बिकॉज आई जस्ट नाउ स्टार्टेड टीचिंग. लेट अस डू फ्यू कॉन्सेप्ट, फ्यू क्वेश्चंस एंड देन वी विल गो बैक. ओके. हम जब भी whenever we are going to transport the material, so हमने कुछ raw materials खरीदा है, but the raw materials are not there with us in the same locality, it is there outside. So outside से मैं यहाँ तक लेके आने के लिए I have to incur few transportation charges, उसको भी हम cost से add करते हैं. उसके बाद मैं जब रॉ मटेरियल्स को फिनिश्ड गुड्स तक पहुंचने के लिए कुछ प्रोसेस में एक्सपेंसेस को इनकर करती हूँ, चाहे वो जो कुछ भी एक्सपेंसेस हो, लेबर कॉस्ट, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी कॉस्ट, cost of the machinery which is used to produce. So all of these costs form a part of my expenses only, form a part of my cost of the product only. So जो कुछ भी direct expenses हो जिसको आप product के directly you are able to match. So all that costs which are very directly attributable to the finished product, all of that will form a part of the cost. Yes. हम जिस cost को नहीं लेना चाहिए, what are the costs that are not included, that should not be included as a part of cost, आपने पूछा है तो the first thing, selling and marketing expenses. आप जो कुछ भी प्रोडक्ट्स को मैन्युफैक्चर किया हो, उसके लिए वॉट एवर सेलिंग और द एडवर्टाइजिंग और मार्केटिंग एक्सपेंसेस इनकर करते हो, उसको इस कॉस्ट से यू शुड नॉट इंक्लूड. सो सेलिंग एंड मार्केटिंग एक्सपेंसेस को एक्सक्लूड करना चाहिए. सेकेंड वन आर द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस. एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस जो होता है जिसको हम ऑफिस में इनकर करते हैं. एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव एक्सपेंसेस आर दोस एक्सपेंसेस वी इनकर देम एट द ऑफिस लेवल and not at the factory level. So they should not be included in the cost of the inventory. Point number three, financial expenses. The financial expenses can be on account of loan that you have taken and the interest charges that you are paying on account of the loan. उस तरीके से interest on loan को आपको consider नहीं करना चाहिए. The fourth one is the refundable taxes. आप जब भी कुछ whenever you purchase goods, you have to remit some taxes. आपको कुछ taxes को pay करना पड़ता है, जैसे GST, नहीं तो ऑक्ट्रॉ, एक्साइज ड्यूटी, all of that. Few of them have been removed. अभी तो हमारा final value से GST, goods and services tax को ही we give a lot of importance. That is the tax that we pay. So GST आपका nature बताना है तो ये वाला होता है refundable tax. When you make a payment on few goods that you purchase, on the sale value which you have to pay, you can take an input credit. So मैंने ये वाला कॉन्सेप्ट आपको पिछली क्लास में समझाया है. 10 रुपीज आपने ऑलरेडी जीएसटी को रेमिट कर दिया है, आप कुछ गुड्स परचेज किया है and you have already given or you have already paid the GST on that. Now what happens when you sell the goods for this month, you would have collected the GST from the customers, correct? No. So out of the GST that is collected from the customers, you have to subtract the thing that you have already paid. For example, 20 rupees I have to now pay to the GST person, GST department on account of the sales. So इसमें 20 rupees में already I paid 10 rupees. I have given on my purchases. So उसको मैं credit ले सकता हूँ. I can deduct that and now if I pay net of 10 rupees, that is more than sufficient. तो इस तरीके के taxes को हम बोलते हैं refundable taxes. So these refundable taxes should not be included in the value of the cost because वो cost ही नहीं बन जाता है क्योंकि उसमें हम reimbursement लेते हैं. So where is the point of that becoming a cost? So refundable taxes should be excluded. Then we come to storage cost. Storage cost necessarily not always it is taken as a cost. क्या मैडम हम गुड्स को स्टोर करना है ना? दैट्स अ गुड क्वेश्चन बट अ पॉइंट इज आप जब गुड्स को स्टोर करते हो आप वो फिक्सेड कॉस्ट बन जाता है. दैट इज फॉर ऑल द गुड्स टुगेदर यू टेक अ रेंटल प्लेस, यू टेक अ रेंटल रूम. आपको स्टोरेज लेना पड़ता है, एक वेयर हाउस लेना पड़ता है, उसमें आप स्टोरेज ऑफ द गुड्स को करते हैं. बट दैट्स ओके, टेक्निकली यू पे द रेंट. सो वो रेंट किसी एक प्रोडक्ट से आप एट्रीब्यूट नहीं कर सकते हो बट इट विल बी अ फिक्सेड कॉस्ट. वो बन जाता है आपका टोटल कॉस्ट. क्लियर? सो स्टोरेज कॉस्ट को यूजुअली हम कॉस्ट से नहीं इंक्लूड करते हैं. वी डोंट यूज इट एज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर कॉस्ट. देन मैडम, हाउ मैडम? देर आर फ्यू केसेस. आप जब बनानास, आप जब पेरिशेबल आइटम्स, जो कुछ भी शेल्फ लाइफ बहुत कम है. शेल्फ लाइफ का मीनिंग क्या है मैडम? इसका लाइफ 2-3 दिन में खत्म हो जाता है, वो हम बताते हैं शेल्फ लाइफ. और जिस प्रोडक्ट्स का शेल्फ लाइफ इज वेरी लेस, उसको आप स्टोरेज करना ही पड़ेगा बेचने के लिए. इस तरह का कंपलसरी स्टोरेज विच इज रिक्वायर्ड ड्यू टू द नेचर ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट, उस तरीके का स्टोरेज कॉस्ट को हम ऐड कर देते हैं. बट ये होता है एक्सेप्शनल केसेस पे. इज दिस क्लियर? यस. एंड द लास्ट टाइप इज अबनॉर्मल लॉसेस. जब जब आपको अबनॉर्मल लॉस हो जाता है, दो टाइप्स ऑफ लॉसेस हो जाता है इन्वेंट्रीज को लेके. वन इज द नॉर्मल लॉस, द नेक्स्ट वन इज द अबनॉर्मल लॉस. मैडम नॉर्मल लॉस क्या है? When I talk about normal loss, suppose let us talk about petrol. Okay, आप जब पेट्रोल के गुड्स में डील करते हो, if you open the lid of the petrol container for a longer time, आप उस ढक्कन को खोल के आप जैसे ही उसको छोड़ते हो, पेट्रोल हैज द नेचर ऑफ इवोपरेटिंग. ओके, सो वो एयर के मॉइस्चर में इवोपरेट होके मिक्स हो जाता है. सो दैट इज अ इवोपरेशनल लॉस. सो एवरी टाइम आप केयरफुली उस उस पर्टिकुलर लिड को क्लोज करते हैं. बट समटाइम्स इफ यू डोंट क्लोज दैट पर्टिकुलर लिड, उसका नेचर ही ऐसा है कि वो इवोपरेट हो जाएगा. तो इसको हम बोलते हैं नॉर्मल लॉस. ये वाला नॉर्मल लॉस हमारा कंट्रोल में नहीं होता है. यू कांट कंट्रोल अ नॉर्मल लॉस बिकॉज नॉर्मल लॉस इज बाउंड टू हैपन. वो हो ही जाता है. यू कंट्रोल इट बाई एनी वेज. स्मॉल स्मॉल थिंग्स में ही वो हो सकता है. सो नॉर्मल लॉस जो होता है, नॉर्मल लॉस इज अ टाइप ऑफ अ लॉस ऑन विच यू डोंट हैव अ कंट्रोल. देन मैडम अबनॉर्मल लॉस क्या होता है? या अबनॉर्मल लॉस होता है जिसमें आप कंट्रोल कर सकते हो टू एन एक्सटेंट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, कुछ चोरी हो रहा है, सो यू कैन पुट सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स इन प्लेस, सीसीटीवी कैमरा सर्वेलेंस इन प्लेस. और देर आर रॉडेंट्स, रैट्स आपका इन्वेंट्री को खा रहा है, so you can put a rodent killer or you can take measures to eliminate the rats. So इसका जैसा कुछ losses होता है वो बन जाता है abnormal losses. Okay, मैडम इन दोनों का बीच how will I show the accounting treatment? Normal loss जब भी आता है हमारा बुक्स पे, you cannot do anything about it. Okay, so उसको बिजनेस को अब्सॉर्ब करना पड़ेगा. दैट मीन्स जो कुछ भी लॉस हुआ है वो बिजनेस का लॉस समझ के दे हैव टू टेक इट. बट व्हेन वी talk about an abnormal loss को technically they also show it in trading account by the loss of करके वो क्रेडिट साइड में लिखता है. और नेट इफेक्ट जो कुछ भी लॉस आपको हो जाता है विच आई विल बी टीचिंग यू इन चैप्टर नंबर 7. हम जब फाइनल अकाउंट्स प्रिपेयर करते हैं एक अबनॉर्मल लॉस को कैसे हम डील करते हैं वहां पे आई विल टीच यू. बट द बेस नॉर्मल लॉस जहां भी होता है उसको सेपरेटली हम डिक्लेयर करते हैं. But when there is a normal loss that happens in a business, we do not separately declare it. It gets absorbed automatically in the number of units. But in case of abnormal loss, हम उसको differentiate. We differentiate that from the normal our business and we show it as abnormal loss in the trading and P&L account. So this is how that will work. Okay. So where was I? I went back to that particular thing. So cost में जब कुछ भी abnormal loss comes, उसको हम exclude करना चाहिए. But normal losses will always be a part of cost because जिसको हम avoid ही नहीं कर सकते हैं, उसको cost से add करना ही पड़ेगा. Normal loss avoid नहीं कर सकते हैं. Normal loss you cannot avoid. So that will form a part of the cost. Abnormal loss to a certain extent you can avoid, जो कुछ भी आपका control में है. If you would have taken the steps, loss could have been avoided. आप जब steps पहले ही ले सकते थे तो loss को आप avoid कर सकते थे पूरी तरह. So this kind of controllable losses are called abnormal losses, and उस abnormal losses को cost से आपको हटाना पड़ेगा. You have to remove them from your costs. Is this clear? तो हमने ये discussion क्यों start किया है? As per the accounting standard 2, the basic feature here was inventory को कैसे value करते हैं, cost और net realizable value whichever is less. वहां से स्टार्ट होके कॉस्ट में कौन कौन सा कॉस्ट वी इंक्लूड, व्हाट आर द कॉस्ट वी एक्सक्लूड, दैट इज वेयर वी वेंट इनटू ऑल ऑफ दिस डिस्कशन. ओके मैडम, नाउ वी अंडरस्टूड. बट व्हाई इन्वेंटरी वैल्यूएशन उतना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है? व्हाई इज इट वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट मैडम? व्हाई आर यू स्ट्रेसिंग? व्हाई आर वी स्टडीइंग इन द सीपी, वी आर स्टडीइंग इन द फाउंडेशन सिलेबस? दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज इन्वेंट्री आपका करंट असेट्स में एक इंपॉर्टेंट कंपोनेंट है. And the next point is, even being a part of the current assets, इसका इफेक्ट दो जगह पे आता है. One, trading account credit side. The other one, balance sheet में current assets के नीचे inventory एक particular amount will be coming there. तो आप inventory को सही से नहीं inventory, okay, if you are not able to, or if you don't correctly value the inventory, आप जब inventory को correct तरीके से value नहीं करते हो तो immediately what will happen? Immediately वो होता है कि आपका profit trading account से आपको मिलता है gross profit gross loss, उसको आप लेके you will put that in the P&L account and from that you will arrive the net profit net loss. इन दोनों figures के बीच गलती हो सकता है, true position आपको दिखाई नहीं देगा. And current assets में जब आप ट्रेडिंग का इन्वेंट्री का वैल्यू ऐसा ही, इफ यू आर गोइंग टू राइट द रॉन्ग वैल्यू, देन द पोजीशन ऑफ योर करंट असेट्स एंड द बैलेंस शीट एज अ होल विल नॉट गिव यू अ ट्रू पिक्चर. तो इसके लिए आपको इन्वेंट्री वैल्यूएशन करेक्टली करना पड़ेगा. और सेकेंड वन, द स्टैट्यूट. विच स्टैट्यूट? लॉ. कौन सा लॉ है? कंपनीज एक्ट बोलता है कि एज पर शेड्यूल 3, no, inventory is just stock, that's it. Cash in hand is completely different. Okay, so now coming back, the point that I was explaining to you was the statute. Companies Act also declares specifically that whenever a business has inventory, टाइप्स ऑफ इन्वेंट्री जब मैंने बताया कि ये वाला रॉ मटेरियल है, ये वर्क इन प्रोसेस है, ये फिनिश्ड गुड्स है, ये वो है, ऑल ऑफ द क्लासिफिकेशन को करेक्टली करना पड़ेगा. द फर्स्ट पॉइंट, यू हैव टू करेक्टली क्लासिफाई द टाइप ऑफ द इन्वेंट्री. Apart from classification, you should also mention what is the method of inventory classification. उसको भी mention करना पड़ेगा. That is why inventory valuation becomes a very important topic. Tomorrow when you go out in the real life and you start doing an auditing of a particular company, वो manufacturing company है, so आप उसका inventory valuation को एक बार देखना है. You should look at how the inventory is being valued because you know what you should add, what you should not add. Suppose if they are following, because people might be ignorant, they do a lot of business but they don't know how accounting purpose में उसको कैसे हम declare करते हैं, कैसे treat करना है, उसको नहीं मालूम पड़े. They might not know it completely. So at that time, you should come back and tell, नहीं नहीं, आप स्टॉक वैल्यूएशन जो कुछ भी आप मेथड फॉलो कर रहे हो ये वाला सही नहीं है, बट दिस इज हाउ यू विल हैव टू डू बिकॉज दिस इज दिस करके वॉट एवर वी आर लर्निंग यू आर गोइंग टू टीच देम. Is that clear? So now coming back to the next one, now we get into the actual subject. So how to value the inventory? This much we have discussed. So inventory valuation methods के लिए दो तरह के मेथड होते हैं. The first one is historical method. The second one is non-historical method. Non-historical method को हमने पिछले क्लास में we have started. So what is the non-historical method? The point is non-historical method is adjusted selling price method. Only one method. Okay. इसमें एक ही मेथड है, ओनली वन मेथड. सो हाउ डू वी स्टार्ट डूइंग दिस? आई टोल्ड यू इन दिस काइंड ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आपको ऑलवेज क्लोजिंग स्टॉक का what will be always given to you in the question? Closing stock at the selling price will be given to you. या आपको मिलेगा क्वेश्चन पे क्लोजिंग स्टॉक एट द सेलिंग प्राइस विल बी गिवन टू यू. आपको क्या फाइंड आउट करना है? व्हाट यू शुड फाइंड आउट? यू शुड फाइंड आउट द closing stock at the cost price because we learned the formula. The inventory should be valued at cost or net realizable value, whichever is less. So when we are arriving, taking the selling price to the cost price, it means that cost price is less. So we should show at the cost price. Now you tell me the basic formula. The other day I told you, how will you arrive at the cost? So we know what is the selling price. So we have to find out what is the profit. Correct, madam. Loss maybe वो बेच सकते हैं ना. In this type of question, there will be no loss. It will be a profit only. That is why selling price minus the profit, we are showing it at cost price. So why are we finding out cost? Because cost is lesser than the selling price. In which case will cost be less than the selling price? जिस case में the selling price will be more than the cost price or cost price will be less. जब हम profit में बेचते हैं, उस time पे selling price will be more than the cost. So that is why we are going to see only problems that are giving you profits. Clear? So हमको दिया गया है question पे selling price का whatever is the value. So selling price minus the profit. तो मैडम हम profit को कैसे compute करते हैं? So in the last class, I started doing the illustration number 7. So for the people who were not there in the class, I would like to reiterate because so many people have joined only this session. So I will do it very quickly. उस टाइम पे all of you please see step wise हमने we found out step wise is computation of profit. If you read the question, you will understand that sales, the total value was 2 lakh and closing stock at the selling price. ये वाला दिए गए थे 50,000. So the total value of the sale is 2 lakh plus 50,000. Madam, why are you taking this 50,000? अभी तक हमने पढ़ाया. Whatever we have understood is sales means it is only the sales that is already taken place. But no, when you are studying the inventory chapter, एक थोड़ा कुछ यहाँ पे modulation आता है. वो क्या है? कॉस्ट ऑफ whatever is the closing stock. Okay, closing stock जब भी आपको सेलिंग प्राइस में दिया जाता है उसको भी आप सेल से ही कंसिडर करना पड़ेगा. यू शुड कंसिडर द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक declared at the selling price as a part of sale. Okay, that means it is also treated like sale. So you have to take these two and arrive at the total credit value. इसमें से you should subtract the cost. If opening inventory is given to you in the question, please take that. But in your illustration number 7, opening inventory nahi tha. Just cost of purchases were there. Okay. So total business के लिए you have to see what is the opening stock. You have to see what is the purchases. So इन दोनों को subtract करने से you will get the profit. So ये बन जाता है आपका ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट. क्यों मैडम ऐसा बोल रहे हैं? व्हाई आर यू टेलिंग इट इज ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट? बिकॉज माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स प्लीज सी, आप जब भी ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट को बनाते हो, व्हाट डू? यू राइट बाय सेल्स which is 2 lakh, by closing stock which is here 50,000, and here opening stock आता है डेबिट में जिसका वैल्यू नहीं है, और परचेजेस आता है 2 लाख अभी यहाँ पे लिखते हो. और when you do the balancing 2.5 lakh 2.5 lakh, whatever 50,000 that you get is nothing but the gross profit. I told you my dear students. Okay, yes, if direct expenses is there also, that will also get subtracted. यहाँ पे direct expense भी नहीं है. So then leave it. My dear students, if you look at your illustration number 7, the presentation given in your textbook is a statement format. You can do the statement format also. Or madam, can I do it stepwise? Madam, you can do it in stepwise also. Or madam, can I do the trading account, find out the gross profit like this also? You can do that also. They will not deduct the marks for a different kind of presentation. Please make yourself very clear. Madam, step 1 हो गया है madam. Now we go to the step number 2. उस step number 2 में we are going to ascertain the percentage. What are we going to do? Step 2 is find out the percentage of profit. क्यों madam percentage? Whatever 50,000 that you have earned here is for the total business as a whole. But you want to find out in this 50,000 हाउ मच इज द प्रॉफिट. तो उसके लिए यस, उसके लिए राकुल राज, यस डेफिनेटली आईसीआई मटेरियल मोर देन इनफ. तो इन दिस हाउ मच इज द प्रॉफिट, इफ यू वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड, देन you should find out the percentage of profit. How will you find out percentage of profit? Please tell me. The formula is profit divided by sales into 100. आप जब भी sales लेते हो in the inventory valuation chapter, very very important is not the only sales. You should also consider the सेलिंग प्राइस ऑफ द क्लोजिंग स्टॉक। आपने सेल किया है 2 lakhs, अभी तक आपके पास क्लोजिंग स्टॉक सेलिंग प्राइस में है 50,000। इन दोनों को मिला के यू शुड डिवाइड, दैट इज द ओनली डिफरेंस दैट इज कमिंग। सो क्या बन जाता है? 50,000 डिवाइडेड बाई 2,50,000 इंटू 100। तो परसेंटेज आता है 20% ऑफ प्रॉफिट ऑन सेल्स आ जाता है यहाँ पे। Okay, madam. Now we go to the final step, step number 3. It is cost of the closing stock. अभी क्या करते हैं हम? 50,000 है मैडम, उसमें से रिमूव 50,000 इंटू 20%, ये वाला है प्रॉफिट। So it will be 50,000 minus 10,000, which is 40,000 rupees is the cost of the closing stock. So इसको हम बोलते हैं adjusted selling price method से लेके from the selling price find out the total gross profit, find out the percentage of the profit and apply it on the closing stock का sale value, subtract it to get the cost. That's all. 3 steps. Very easy. Do you people have any doubts with this? This is what we started with the last class. This is what we did it in the last class, which is illustration number 7. Okay. Now, based on the illustration number 7, हमने try किए थे illustration number 6 also. Ragul Raj, madam, ICI material is enough to score good marks. Very much, pretty much is very much enough to score very good marks. Okay, I have seen my own students when I used to handle the entire accounting thing, 90 marks, 85 marks, crossed 80 just using the ICI material. Don't confuse yourself with so many other things. If you want practice, you can try the other books also. I don't say no. बट प्रैक्टिस के लिए भी आईसीए इंस्टीट्यूट मटेरियल में जो कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस दिया है, प्लीज प्रैक्टिस इट 2 to 3 times. Okay. Yes, I will be explaining it both in English as well as Hindi. Okay. So I do understand people are there all over India. So I will do both the languages. Okay. But you should also be a little considerate because we are trying to cater and the time is very limited, constrained manner. So you come back and listen to it again. More than enough, the classes will be. Okay. Ashrita, ma'am, is that step for adjusted selling price method? Yes, usually when you are doing the inventory chapter in that adjusted selling price method, mein, you will be considering the sale plus closing stock selling price. Clear? Yes, Harshit Madan. They are current assets. Now we are going to see another question, which is illustration 6. Is particular adjusted selling price method mein two questions are there, illustration 6, illustration 7. Illustration 7 is apparently comparatively easy. But when you go to illustration number 6, no, there are few adjustments that is given to you. So for that, we will see how to do. But here there is only one variation which they have not mentioned in your textbook, my dear students. यहाँ पे जीएसटी दिया गया है. आई टोल्ड यू जीएसटी इज अ refundable tax, करेक्ट? तो refundable होने से I should not take it as a part of cost, but in this illustration they have taken it as a part of cost. तो फिर the clarification that was given was in this question alone, वो note लिखना वो भूल गया है वहां पे, that the GST is non-refundable. वो वाला note देना था, but it was not given. You people, please write a note when you are doing illustration number 6. The first thing, wherever you want, you write that GST non-refundable है. तो वो वाला नोट दिए, it is there in as per the presentation. This should have been given, not given. So now you people make a note of it. Okay. So you take it and you can do it. Not an assumption. Sandeep Thakur, here I am telling you that ये वाला तो नहीं है, so it is not refundable. तो यहाँ पे assumption नहीं होगा. So if it is okay, it is there in the new book, I guess, but in the book that I am seeing or I have seen, that is not there. So that is why if it is given, super. GST non-refundable है, so that is why here the treatment becomes a little different. Okay. So my dear students, if you look at the question, वो बताता है first one, cost of purchase of goods होता है 15,75,000. 15 lakh, how much is that comes to? 15,75,500. इसमें से ट्रेड डिस्काउंट दिया गया है 3% एंड जीएसटी 11%. मैडम, ट्रेड डिस्काउंट को क्या करना है? प्लीज लिसन. ट्रेड डिस्काउंट को सबट्रैक्ट करना है बिकॉज दिस डिस्काउंट अमाउंट को आप नहीं पे करते हो. ओके, यू विल बी not required to pay. So normally in the exam, Mr. Nikhil, they will give you it clearly, but if they are not giving it to you, you write a note that GST normally it is refundable, so not taken. ओके, नाउ हम जाते हैं ये वाला स्टेप वन पे, कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ कॉस्ट। यहाँ पे एक एडिशनल स्टेप बन जाता है। हियर देयर विल बी एन एडिशनल स्टेप विच इज नथिंग बट कंप्यूटेशन ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफ इन्वेंट्री। दैट इज वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज यहाँ पे परचेज का कॉस्ट है कुछ अमाउंट विच इज 15,75,500। बस इसमें से ट्रेड डिस्काउंट आई हैव टू सबट्रैक्ट फर्स्ट विच इज 3%। सो इट कम्स टू व्हाट इज द अमाउंट, कैन somebody टेल? 47,265. That will be the value. So what will be the net value? 15,28,235. Illustration number 6 we are doing, ma. And with this we are going to add GST at the rate of 11 percentage. What is 11% of 15 lakh? 11% of 15 lakh comes to 1,68,106. Now this I have to add it. After adding the purchases value, total value will be, purchases total value will be 16 lakh 96,341. Suppose, madam, if in this question GST hota hai refundable, then this step will not come at all. इसको we should not include it because this is the net value after the trade discount. इसमें GST is not included. Okay, so you need not do this step if the question was GST was refundable. अभी इस question पे GST है non-refundable, so I am adding it with the cost. And finally, my dear students, if you see, transportation charges are given here. Very, very important. Transportation charges hota hai direct charges. So that 87,500 I am adding it here again. Q madam 87,500 you are adding because that much I am incurring for bringing the goods into my place. So ye hota hai direct cost. So I am taking that here. तो ये बन जाता है cost of purchases. This is the actual cost of purchases, step number one. Computation of cost of inventory, that is the cost of purchases. Okay. पिछले क्वेश्चन illustration number 7 पे it is automatically given to you as 2 lakhs, but यहाँ पे वो 2 lakhs directly नहीं दिया है. So that is why I am doing this step. Now come to step number 2. Computation of the gross profit. Computation of gross profit में total sales कितना है? 24 lakh, and how much is the total sales coming to? 24 lakh 45,500. Am I right? 24 lakh 45,500. And the closing stock ka value is nothing but 2 lakh and 35,000. Now this closing stock is given to you at the invoice value or the sale price, correct? So you are considering both. When you add these two, you are getting, what is the value? Can somebody tell me? 24 lakh 80,500 is the value. 24 lakh 80,500 minus the cost of purchase, which is from the step number 1, 17 lakh 83,841. So what is the profit that you are getting? Can somebody tell me the profit? 6 lakh 96,659. Step number 2 is over. Everybody, step number 2 is over. Step number 3, simple. Like your illustration 7, जो कुछ भी आपने किया है, the same steps are going to come. Percentage of profit, if you have to find out, the formula is 6,96,659 divided by the total credit 24 lakh 80,500 into 100. जब कुछ भी आप decimals में it comes up to 2 decimal points, please take the value. तो ये बन जाता है आपका profit percentage. The last step is cost of inventory. इस cost of inventory के लिए आपको लेना पड़ेगा ये वाला selling price of inventory 2,35,000 minus 2,35,000 into 28.09 percentage. तो कितना आता है? 2,35,000 minus 66,012. Correct? So this 28.09 on 2,35,000 will give you 66,012. So ये बन जाता है 1,68,000. What is the answer? 1,68,988. ये है हमारा आंसर कॉस्ट ऑफ इन्वेंट्री. So इस क्वेश्चन के लिए इट इज सिमिलर टू इलस्ट्रेशन नंबर 7, बट देर आर टू डिफरेंसेस. एक डिफरेंस है इसमें, कॉस्ट ऑफ परचेजेस डायरेक्टली नहीं दिया है, तो यू हैव टू डू एन एडिशनल स्टेप. उस एडिशनल स्टेप करने के टाइम पे यहाँ पे जीएसटी का रेफरेंस इज गिवन टू यू. सो जीएसटी इज रेफरेंस whenever it comes in the question. You people have to understand that the GST usually is a refundable tax, but in this question it is given that it is non-refundable. So if you get non-refundable, you should always add it. Okay. Trade discount, you will subtract it. On the net value, on this value, you will calculate 11 percentage and add it. You will get the total purchases. But with that, whatever direct expenses are there, that also you should add. You can do this step like this. For computing the gross profit, you can open the trading account and also do the gross profit value, or you can show it in the statement format. Finally, step number 3, arriving at the percentage. Step number 4, arriving at the cost. Step number 4, arriving at the cost. Is this clear to everybody, whoever is present? Yes, Ragul Raj, you are stuck up in that only. Please go ahead and do. Okay, Jayashri, can you explain this particular part? GST refundable, non-refundable in Tamil. Okay. So GST is nothing but goods and service tax. Okay. So goods and service tax இது வந்து one type of tax. பட் ஆனா இந்த டாக்ஸ்ல வந்து நீங்க என்ன கட்டுறீங்களோ அதுக்கு அகெயின்ஸ்டா நீங்க இன்புட் கிரெடிட் எடுத்துக்கலாம். ஸோ நீங்க ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் 10 ரூபாய் கட்டியிருக்கீங்க அந்த மாசத்துக்கு. இப்போ அதே மாசத்துல நீங்க இன்னொரு 20 ரூபாய் வந்து வெளியில லைக் ஜிஎஸ்டி டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்க்கு பே பண்ணணும். சேல்ஸ் மேல வந்து அவ்வளவு அமௌண்ட் நீங்க கொடுக்கணும். பட் ஆனா இங்க வந்து லா என்ன சொல்றாங்க அப்படின்னா, ஜிஎஸ்டி வந்து இன்புட் டாக்ஸ் கிரெடிட்டோட ஃபெசிலிட்டி கொடுக்குறாங்க. ஸோ 20 rupees பே பண்ண தேவையில்ல, 10 rupees மட்டும் அதுல வந்து கழிச்சிட்டு ரிமைனிங் இருக்கிற 10 ரூபாய் நீங்க கட்டினா போதும்னு சொல்றாங்க. நான் இன்வென்ட்ரி வேல்யூவேஷன்ல நான் ஜிஎஸ்டியை நான் எப்படி டீல் பண்ணணும்ன்றது தான் கொஸ்டின். ஸோ ஜிஎஸ்டி வந்து ஒரு ரீஃபண்டபிள் டேக்ஸா நம்ம நினைச்சுக்கணும். ஸோ ரீஃபண்டபிள் டேக்ஸ்னா அது வந்து என்னோட காஸ்ட்ல வந்து ஒரு பார்ட்டா இன்க்ளூட் நான் பண்ணக்கூடாது. ஓகே, பிகாஸ் இது வந்து காஸ்ட் இல்லை இல்லையா. நான் இது கட்டுறேன், அது திருப்பியும் நான் வந்து ஒரு பணம் வந்து எனக்கு ரீஇம்பர்ஸ்மெண்ட் வருது. ஸோ ஜிஎஸ்டி பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் கொஸ்டின் சைலண்டா இருந்தது அப்படின்னா ஜிஎஸ்டி வில் பி ட்ரீட்டட் ஆஸ் அ ரீஃபண்டபிள் வேல்யூ. ஸோ whenever it is treated as refundable value, டோட்டல் காஸ்ட் ஆஃப் பர்ச்சேசஸ்ல ஏற்கனவே ஜிஎஸ்டி இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணாங்கன்னா அதை ரிமூவ் பண்ணணும். ஓகே, இன் திஸ் கொஸ்டின், இந்த கொஸ்டின்ல பாத்தீங்கன்னா இந்த அமௌண்ட்ல ஜிஎஸ்டியே இல்ல அண்ட் அவங்க கொடுத்திருக்கிறது ஜிஎஸ்டி நான் ரீஃபண்டபிள்னு கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. அப்படி கொடுத்தப்போ நீங்க காஸ்ட்ல அது இன்க்ளூட் ஆகி இல்லைன்னா நீங்க இப்போ ஒன்ஸ் அகைன் நீங்க இன்க்ளூட் பண்ணணும். ஸோ ட்ரேட் டிஸ்கவுண்ட்டை கழிச்சதுக்கு அடுத்து வாட் எவர் அமௌண்ட் இஸ் கம்மிங் அதுல 11% கூட்டினீங்கன்னா உங்களுக்கு இந்த அமௌண்ட் வந்து யூ வில் கெட் இட் as the total value of GST which you should add with the cost, because in this question it is given as non-refundable. If madam nothing is given in the exam, so what I should do? Nothing is given in the exam, you are going to write a note that GST has or it is in the nature of a refundable tax. So it is not forming a part of the cost. You have to write இந்த மாதிரியான நோட் எழுதினதுக்கு அடுத்து இந்த காஸ்ட்ல இருந்து அதை எடுத்து விட்டுறணும். You should not include that. Is that okay, Jayashree? Okay, so now let us come back to this particular point. Did everybody understand this concept? So GST refundable, non-refundable, I will tell once again, please make a note of it. Usually GST is a refundable tax. So if something is going to be refundable, you are not going to include that as a part of your cost. Okay, please write it down. Please write it down. This is one of the most important adjustment. GST is a refundable tax. So it should not be included in the cost of the inventory or in the cost of the product. Point number 1. Point number 2. Okay. If GST is already included in the purchase cost, okay, Jayashree, you're welcome. If GST is already included in the purchase cost, okay, then you should subtract the GST amount. If the GST is already included in the purchase cost, you are supposed to subtract it because it is refundable and it should not form part of your cost. Okay. Okay. Please, 1 minute. Let me finish it off. That is your point number 2. Now, my students, come to the point number 3. In this illustration number 6, since GST is non-refundable, please write down. In illustration number 6, point number 2 is the GST, if it is included in the purchase cost, it should be subtracted. Please write down point number 2. Don't distract when I'm talking. Please make a note of it. Point number 2, if GST is included in the purchase cost, then we need to subtract it from the purchase cost. This is point number 2. So this is how you usually deal. This is how you have to deal it in the exam also. Okay. But point number 3, in illustration number 6, okay, in illustration number 6, the exact thing is, all of you please see, in illustration number 6, what has happened? GST is given as non-refundable. So now it is okay. There is a power cut at my place. Okay, so don't worry, I've got connected with another connection. So kindly bear with me, but listen to the class. Is that clear? And from my side, Manish and Vivek, is this okay? You're able to see and hear me, no? Manish and Vivek, somebody answer. You're all able to see and hear me?
Yes,
Okay. Okay, okay. So please write down the third point. In illustration number 6, GST is given as non-refundable. Illustration number 6, GST is given as non-refundable. Okay. That is why we add it after subtracting the trade discount. That is why we add it after subtracting the trade discount. Simple. Okay. Now, did everybody of you understand how do we deal with the GST? Or you people have any doubts, please tell me. Did you all understand how do we answer or how do we treat when GST is going to come? Jayashree, how to know if GST is included or not? They will clearly give you in the question. You don't have to worry. Okay, they will say the purchase amount is including the GST, or they will say separately GST is non-refundable and they will give you percentage. So these are all the tricks that you can understand by which the question is going ahead. Is this clear to everybody? Yes. Can we go ahead with the next type? Very good. Now, the next type is we finished this particular non-historical method over. There are two illustrations which we did. Now we will go to another very interesting and very, very important method. Very, very simple method, ma. There is nothing like it is very big or nothing like that. See, goods are interchangeable. Now we go to historical method. In this, goods are interchangeable. Goods are not interchangeable. What is the meaning? Suppose I am a business. I am manufacturing marker and I'm also manufacturing the duster. Can I exchange these goods? Can I? मीनिंग ऑफ एक्सचेंज क्या होता है मैडम? इसका रॉ मटेरियल्स में इसमें मार्कर में यूज कर सकता हूँ क्या? और कैन आई यूज द रॉ मटेरियल्स ऑफ द मार्कर इनटू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग दिस डस्टर? नो, दीज टू प्रोडक्ट्स आर वेरी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम ईच अदर. तो इसका मीनिंग होता है कि ये दोनों प्रोडक्ट्स नॉट इंटरचेंजेबल. मार्कर का डिफरेंट अलग अलग, they have different raw materials, and for a duster you have a different raw material. So when the products are different, I cannot combine the cost of both the items together. So when the goods are not interchangeable, then I will be using specific identification method. ये क्या होता है मैडम? द name looks very complex. Only the name looks a little complex. But this method is the most easiest method than everything. So here we are now going to see illustration number 1. Okay. In illustration number 1, all of you please go to page number. I want to show here again. You're telling it's blacking out, so I'm not showing. Page number. Yes, page number 4.10. Sureka Limited deals in three products P, Q, R, which are neither similar nor interchangeable. At the end of the financial year, the historical cost and net realizable value of the items of the closing stock are given below. Historical cost का meaning है cost. Okay, historical cost one and the same. So here in the illustration number 1, all of you please see here P. See the items are, I'm writing the illustration 1 here for your benefit. It is an easy question. PQR. तो अभी बन जाता है historical cost. Okay. इसमें 38, 29 and 17 है और net realizable value everything in lakhs 42, 29 and 14. ओके ये वाला दिया गया है क्वेश्चन नाउ दिस इज द टाइप ऑफ द स्पेसिफिक आइडेंटिफिकेशन मेथड का प्रॉब्लम है इट इज गिवन टू यू इन द क्वेश्चन तो अभी वो क्या बोल रहा है दे आर टेलिंग ascertain the actual value of p actual value of q actual value of r so now when we take as per as2 क्या कॉन्सेप्ट है कॉस्ट और एनआरवी विच एवर इज लेस ये वाला becomes very very important okay now madam historical cost का meaning है cost only don't worry Saumyadeep where did you go last class you were not there so please come here in दोनों में से you people tell me for p which value should I take cost or nrv whichever is less I have to consider very good so for p it will be 38 lakhs very very good now, please come to Q. For Q, both historical cost as well as net realizable value, both are the value one and the same. So this will be taken at 29 rupees only. When both are same, anything will work. No problem. Very good. Now see the last one. R के लिए cost is 17 and your net realizable value is 14. So net realizable value is the lesser value. So I am taking 14. Is this clear? Everywhere you should write rupees in lakhs. That is what is given to you in your textbook. So did you see how easy it is? Specific identification method. So specific identification method वो बन जाता है wherein goods cannot be interchanged. They are very very different. So you should go on case to case basis. If I select this particular P, उसका cost or NRV whichever is less I have to write. Then for Q also the same way. Here both are same. So the same value. And R whether cost or NRV, whichever is less, you have to, whichever is less, you have to consider. Okay. I am explaining it only. Please listen. This is basics, basic English only. तो जब आपको PQR इस तरह का डिफरेंट गुड्स बिजनेस बनाता है उसका कॉस्ट और नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू को सेपरेटली आप आइडेंटिफाई करके कंपेयर करना पड़ेगा एज पर AS2 you are going to take that value of the inventory where कॉस्ट और नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू विच एवर इज लेस तो उसको हम बोलते हैं स्पेसिफिक आइडेंटिफिकेशन मेथड इस आइडेंटिफिकेशन मेथड को हम कब यूज करते हैं हम वो कब हम वो गुड्स को इंटरचेंज नहीं करते हैं लाइक यू आर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग ये वाला मार्कर और डस्टर भी इन दोनों का मटेरियल्स अलग अलग होता है जब डिफरेंट मटेरियल्स को आप मैन्युफैक्चर करते हो this will be subtracted or this you will deal it like this Ashrita so whatever we have seen from the past few years question paper this inventories has come for 5 marks we will also deal with the exam questions don't worry एंड नाउ व्हेन गुड्स आर इंटरचेंजेबल आपको चार मेथड आता है फीफो मेथड लीफो मेथड सिंपल एवरेज मेथड एंड वेटेड एवरेज मेथड इसको हम पढ़ेंगे वेडनेसडे का क्लास पे Wednesday's class, first 1 hour, we will deal with this only. But today we will finish two other models of question. Okay, Harshit, why are we following that cost is always please listen. इसका पीछे का लॉजिक क्या होता है? इन्वेंट्री हम जब भी वैल्यू करते हैं उसको लेसर वैल्यू में वैल्यू करना पड़ेगा. हैव यू हर्ड ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ अकाउंटिंग? उसमें तो थोड़ा अकाउंटिंग कॉन्सेप्ट्स एंड प्रिंसिपल्स विल बी देयर नो. वहां पे कंजर्वेटिज्म एक कॉन्सेप्ट होता है. हाउ मेनी ऑफ यू हैव स्टडीड द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कंजर्वेटिज्म? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय कंजर्वेटिज्म? कैन somebody टेल मी? What do you mean by conservatism? Have you learned that concept? You have not learned? Yes, no. Where did you all go? Conservatism का concept होता है whenever as an accountant, as a prudence concept also you can tell. Okay, or conservatism or prudence concept. Prudence means as a prudent accountant, you should first itself make way for all the losses. Yes, Rushila Treya, very good. Make way for all the losses. Anticipate the losses. Losses को आप पहले ही declare करना पड़ेगा in the books. But if there are profits, only as they get realized, you have to write it. Clear? Only as they get realized, you have to write it. So when I am talking about, let me say, when I am talking about inventory, that is one of the most important asset I have. So if you are going to show it at a higher value, what will happen to your profits? It means that you are going to declare a higher profit. So let us not do that. Uska cost itna hai, uska NRV itna hai. If NRV is more, it is okay. I will sell it at NRV and get more profit. So profits, when I realize, let it come into the books at that time. But as far as I am concerned, as a prudent businessman on conservatism concept, I will show the inventories always at a lesser value. That is the concept. Okay, my dear students. Now we go into the next concept wherein the abnormal loss is coming into picture. Okay, what is this? Abnormal loss, which means that, my dear students, इस तरह का problems कैसे हो सकता है? So they will tell you total इतना opening stock है, इतना purchases है, इतना sales है, इतना closing stock. Closing stock का value will not be given to you in the question. So you have to identify the closing stock value. To identify the closing stock value, what is important for you people? To find out the closing stock value, you should know what is the profit. तो यहाँ पे दिया जाएगा इस तरह के problems में they will ask you to find what is the closing stock. Okay, what is the closing stock value they will ask you to find. But madam, what will be given to us in the question? तो कुछ क्लू देना है ना. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट परसेंटेज विल बी गिवन टू यू इन द क्वेश्चन. तो मैडम, तो ये इजी हो जाता है ना. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट परसेंटेज इफ दे गिव टू मी, आई विल पुट इट ऑन सेल्स एंड टेक द वैल्यू, ड्रॉ ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, फिनिश द क्वेश्चन. नो, यही एक थोड़ा सा एडजस्टमेंट अबनॉर्मल लॉस में वो देता है. सो ही विल टेल यू the total sales, everything is okay, but there was one good, there was one stock, there was one item in the inventory whose value or which was treated as abnormal. Okay, so the abnormal loss cost will be given to you, sale price will be given to you. Whenever they say abnormal loss, I told you, you should exclude it. Exclude का मतलब क्या है? इस cost को you should see where the abnormal item is included. If they say opening stock has the abnormal item, उस opening stock से आप cost को reduce करना पड़ेगा, and the sale price from the total sales of that business, इस abnormal item का सेल जो कुछ भी हुआ है उसको आप रिमूव करना पड़ेगा. Why, madam, I should remove? Because it is an abnormal item. Whenever there is an abnormal item, I told you, we will show that separately. We will show that loss recognized separately in your P&L. So don't include it once again in your actual value. So this is where, this is how we will have to treat it. Now we will go ahead and we will look into the illustration number 8. I want all of you to open. I will share the screen now, okay, for the benefit of the students. Illustration number 8. All of you please see here. From the following particulars, ascertain the value of the inventories given to you. Inventory as on 1/4/2021, that is my opening stock, 1,42,500. Okay. Number 2, purchases 7,62,500. Fine. Manufacturing expenses 1,50,000. Okay. The next one is the selling expenses 60,500. Administrative expenses 30,000. Financial charges 21,500 and the sales is given as 12 lakh and 45,000. Clear everybody? At the time of valuing inventory as of 31st March 2021, इसका meaning है 1/4/2021 or 31st March 2021, both are the same dates. So in this date, when you are valuing, a sum of 17,500 was written off on a particular item which was purchased for 50,000 originally and it was sold during the year for 45,000. Bearing this transaction, the gross profit earned during the year was 20% on sales. So you are asked to find out the value of the inventory, which is the closing stock. Everybody with me? So this is the next example that we are getting here. This is the next example that we are getting here. Second type of problem. So madam, तो वो है ना, व्हाट इज दैट, वो है ना, टोटल ओपनिंग स्टॉक दिया गया है 1,42,500 माइनस द अबनॉर्मल लॉस का कॉस्ट क्या है मैडम. इट इज गिवन टू अस इन द क्वेश्चन दैट अ पर्टिकुलर आइटम विच वाज ओरिजिनली परचेज्ड फॉर हाउ मच, 50,000. There is another small adjustment here. The cost is not given entirely. They say they use one more clue stating that 12,500 has been written off. The meaning is actually they purchased for 50,000, but due to some other problem, 12,500 is reduced from the cost. So, madam, if this, okay, sorry, 17,500, not 12,500, 17,500 is given. Madam, if this is not given in the question, if they don't say nothing, if they don't give the 17,500, then directly 1,42,000 minus 50,000 because this is the total cost. But since the word written off is given, the 50,000 gets reduced further by 17,500. So 1,42,500 minus 32,500, which is 1,10,000. My dear students, did you all understand this concept? Why are we subtracting? Because that is an abnormal item. Abnormal item का cost और sales दोनों को हम total value से less करना है. Then madam, why are you taking opening stock? Because question में clearly दिया गया है कि ये वाला abnormal item opening stock में include हुआ है. If they give purchases may include हुआ है, I will write purchase value. But here opening stock is given, so I am writing opening stock value. That's all. Now the second thing, madam, total sale is 12 lakh and 45,000, madam. In that 45,000 is the sale value. So 12 lakhs is my actual sales. Is this clear? 12 lakhs is my actual sales. So profit कैसे हम calculate करते हैं, madam? 20% on the sales is given. So 12 lakhs is the actual average normal sales. उसको हम compute करने से 2,40,000 profit आ जाता है. इज दिस क्लियर? इज दिस वर्किंग नोट क्लियर? आप जब भी क्वेश्चन में अबनॉर्मल आइटम को देखते हो, आप जब भी क्वेश्चन में अबनॉर्मल आइटम को देखते हो, क्या करना है? इमीडिएटली उसका कॉस्ट को ओपनिंग स्टॉक से हटाना है, सेल्स को टोटल सेल से रिमूव करना है, एंड देन यू हैव टू कैलकुलेट द प्रॉफिट. Where madam profit is given? For me it is given in the question, madam, 20 percentage. So after I remove the abnormal value of 45,000, on this normal value I should calculate profit of 20%, madam. I should calculate what, ma? Profit of 20 percentage. 20 percentage on 12 lakhs is 20%. So madam, now working note is over. Can I do the presentation? Yes, you can do in the books of, I will do a simple presentation. You can follow this also. Just prepare the trading account. Now all of you please see, very easy concept. Just that you are learning it for the first time. It might look like that. But आप जब जाके इसको practice बार बार दोबारा करते हो, that becomes very easy. To opening inventory. Opening inventory, आपका working note say what is the value? 1,10,000. Very good. Then what will come on the debit side? Two purchases, 7,62,500. Okay. Two, there are different expenses. What are the expenses? The first expense is manufacturing expense. Should you take that or not? Should you take that or not? Yes, madam. I have to take that only. No, madam. Yes, two manufacturing expenses How much is the manufacturing expenses? Can somebody tell me how much manufacturing expenses are there? Manufacturing expenses come to the tune of 1,50,000. But my dear students, what are the expenses after the manufacturing expenses? After manufacturing, you have selling and marketing, finance cost, and also you have the administrative expenses. उन तीनों expenses को आप नहीं लेते हो because they are not forming part of the direct expenses. Finance cost, selling cost, administrative costs are indirect costs, so I should not consider them. That's all. Now come here by sales. That also from the working note, I take 2 lakh, 12 lakh rupees. Now to gross profit, already I found out 2 lakh and 40,000. Now I will be doing the entire question. Now I will, everything I've entered, 12 lakh 62,500 is the total value here. 12 lakh 62,500 is the total value. 62,500 by closing stock. That's all. As simple as that. Did you all understand? Why did we subtract? What did we do and everything? Everybody? Did you all understand? I want everybody to Yajna Rama. What is the debtor side? Third one. Manufacturing expenses. If you people have understood this, okay, again, one more time, we must. So coming back to the point, अब जब भी question पे see for the people for the second time I'm explaining, but I want the others to do practical question number 2. Please open your books. Please start doing practical question number 2. Same kind of problem. So I want you to do that also. Okay. So for the benefit of the people, I'm just once again explaining. आप जब भी इस तरह के problems को देखते हो, जहां पे आपको closing stock का value को calculate करना पड़ेगा, but there is one additional adjustment given there. Abnormal item का information दिया जाता है question पे. तो तब abnormal item आने से मैं क्या करना है मैडम? abnormal item का जो कुछ भी cost है उसको आप cost से उसको हटाना है, उसका सेल प्राइस को टोटल सेल वैल्यू से हटाना है. ओके. नाउ इस पर्टिकुलर क्वेश्चन में आप देखते हो कि ये वाला abnormal item का कॉस्ट इंक्लूड हुआ है आपका ओपनिंग स्टॉक में. क्लियरली क्वेश्चन में मेंशन किया गया है. इन दिस क्वेश्चन it is mentioned that the abnormal item is valued along with the opening stock of the previous year. Okay. So the opening stock or the closing stock of the previous year, which is opening stock of the current year. तो इसलिए मैंने इसका cost जो कुछ भी है, I am removing it from the opening stock value. But in few questions they can tell it is included in purchases. If it is included in purchases, so purchases से उसको subtract करो. That's all. Either in opening inventory or purchases, these two areas it can come. ओके. इस क्वेश्चन में आया है ओपनिंग स्टॉक से. सो व्हाट आई हैव डन, 1,42 टोटल ओपनिंग स्टॉक है, उससे ये 50,000 को मैं हटाना, आई हैव टू सबट्रैक्ट दैट. बट इसमें एक और एडजस्टमेंट दिया है कि 17,500 इज रिटन ऑफ. तो कॉस्ट 50,000 था, उसमें 17,500 इज वंस अगेन रिड्यूस्ड. सो व्हेन इट गेट्स रिड्यूस्ड दिस बिकम्स 32,500. सो द टोटल कॉस्ट ऑफ द abnormal item is 32,500. इसको मैंने 1,42,500 से हटा दिया है बिकॉज इट इज एन abnormal item. टोटल प्रॉफिट और टोटल सेल्स है मेरे पास 12,45. उसमें से abnormal आइटम का सेलिंग प्राइस है 45,000. If I'm going to subtract these two, this will be my normal sales. क्वेश्चन में दिया गया है नॉर्मल सेल्स में प्रॉफिट परसेंटेज 20% अप्लाई करने से आपको प्रॉफिट वाला मिलेगा. तो 20% नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू अप्लाई इट ऑन 12 lakhs. 20% ऑन 12 lakhs इज 2,40,000. हो गया. आई एम ओपनिंग द ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट. वाई ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट मैडम? आई हैव टू फाइंड आउट क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. आई कैन डू इट इन स्टेटमेंट फॉर्मेट ऑल्सो, और यू कैन डू इट लाइक दिस ऑल्सो. दिस मीन्स इट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू. ओपनिंग इन्वेंट्री का adjusted value after abnormal item I've taken 1,10,000. Then purchases no adjustment 7,62,500. To manufacturing expenses because they are direct expenses 1,50,000 I have considered. Gross profit whatever I've computed in the working note I've taken here. And sales यहाँ पे you have to write only 12 lakhs, not 12,45,000. Now the closing stock will be the balancing figure. Did everybody of you understand? I want all of you to start doing the practical question number 2. For the benefit of the students, I will read what the practical question number 2 is. प्लीज ध्यान से सुनिए एंड प्लीज वर्क इट आउट बिकॉज इस तरह का प्रॉब्लम्स जहां जहां आता है दैट यू कैन डू इट. फ्रॉम द फॉलोइंग इन्फॉर्मेशन ascertain the value of the stock as on 31/3/2022. Everybody with me? Ascertain the value which is 2022. Opening stock है 7 lakhs. Purchases है 34 lakh 60,000. Manufacturing expenses during the above period है 7 lakhs. Sales during the same period 52 lakh 20,000. At the time of valuing the opening stock, a sum of 60,000 was written off on a particular item which was originally purchased for 2 lakhs and was sold for 1 lakh 60,000. But for the above transaction, the gross profit earned during the year was 25% on cost. I will give you just 5 minutes. I want you people to solve. Let me see how many of you solve it correctly. Please do practical question number 2. Are you all there? Did you all start doing? What is the value of the closing stock? Did anybody get the value of the closing stock? I'm asking you the final answer. Let us see who has tried. Dikshit says 6 lakh 72. Soumya Deep says 6 lakh 72. Akshit Gupta says 10 lakh 12,000. The others? Did you all try? Again, Akshit Gupta changes to 6 lakh 72. I don't want you people looking at the answers. Try it very, very honestly. You people try it. It's okay. Even if you're making mistakes, that's okay. There is one small concept here. I want to see how many of you people notice that concept. Others, where are the others? Nakil, Jyoti Saini, Deepak, Vijay, Rudra, Sandeep, Pragati, Tanishka, Mukesh, Mohit, Rushil, V. Maz, Jayashri, Zoya, Alok, Dakshata, Pradeep, Jaloji. Okay, good. People are trying. Okay, good, good, good. Zoya, good. Okay, now let us go step by step. Okay. Now, all of you, please see what is the opening stock value. I will start doing it for you. Please tell me what is the value of the opening stock. Opening stock का value दिया गया है 7 lakh rupees minus. What is the actual cost? 2 lakh value is now written down by how much, ma? It was written off by 60,000 rupees, correct? Was written off by 60,000 rupees. So 7 lakh minus 1 lakh and 40,000. So what is the value of the opening stock? 5 lakh, and this is the first step. How many of you got this right? जिन्होंने यहाँ पे मिस्टेक नहीं किया है, पूरी तरह से ये वाला राइट है, कितने लोगों को आया है 5,60,000? All of you? Yes, good. Now we will be recording the other things also. Purchases or manufacturing expenses में there are no differences, correct? Purchases, Ikra, you have raised your hand. Why, ma? 34 lakh and 60,000 and 7 lakh. 34 lakh and 60,000 and 7 lakhs is the value. 7 lakhs is the value. Is this clear? Ikra, did you get that? This you have written. Madam, now come to the sales, madam. What is the total sale value? Can somebody tell me? Sale value कितना है? Sale value है 52 lakh and 50,000. इसमें से what is the abnormal value of the sale? It is 1 lakh and 60,000. Ma'am, which question was to be done now? Mr. Nikhil, very good question right now. So I asked you people to try practical question number 2. Okay, 52 lakh 50,000 or 52 lakh 20,000 or 52 lakh 20,000, Akshit. 52 lakh 20. Okay. Now 52 lakh 20 minus 1 lakh 60 is how much? I want you people to answer quickly. 52 lakh 20 minus 1 lakh and 60. Net is how much? Sandeep Kumar says, madam, 50 lakh and 60,000, madam. Now all of you please see here. Please see here. Very, very important. Here only you people will make mistake. At least till now, it will be correct. What 51 lakh 60? How 51 lakh 60 will come, Akshit? Akshit, basic itself, you're doing wrong calculation, then I can't help it. Here they say profit is 25% on cost. I have the sale value 50 lakh and 60,000, but I have the profit on cost. You cannot directly apply. Yes. Please see here. When percentage on cost is given, you should convert it into percentage on sale. उसको हम कैसे करते हैं, madam? Very simple logic I will tell you. Percentage on cost is 25 percentage. That means 25 by 100. 25 टेबल में से इसका फ्रैक्शन बना दो. So it becomes 1 by 4. जब कुछ भी percentage is given to you, please make it into fractions. It will be easy. Okay. Now come here. Whenever I have percentage on cost, the simple logic is if you want to convert it on sales, इसमें add 1 in the denominator. Add 1 in the denominator. If percentage on sale is given, उसको आप fraction में convert करने के बाद, if you want to find out what is the percentage on my, what is the percentage on my cost, उसमें से एक number subtracted, because remember the logic, cost is always lesser than sale. So 1 you have to subtract if you want to come from sale to cost. If you want to go from cost to sales, add 1 in the denominator. तो अभी ये क्या बन जाता है? 1 by 5, यानी इसको हम बोलते हैं 20%. 1 by 5 if you are going to convert it, it gives you 20%. So यहाँ पे आ जाओ now. Now the question becomes easy. Now on this 20% you should calculate. How much is 20% on this? If I'm not wrong, it comes to 10% is 5 lakhs. 10 lakh and 12,000. Am I right? What is this? 10 lakh and 12,000. What is 25 lakh 20,000? Zoya, somewhere you are telling something. 20% of 50 lakh and 60,000 gives me 10 lakh and 12,000. Very good. यहाँ पे मैं 50 lakh or 60,000 I will be writing. I want somebody to tell me the total of this. What is the total of this? 34 lakh plus 5 lakh 60. So it comes to 40 lakh 20, 40 lakh 20, 47 lakh 20, 57 lakh and 32,000. Am I right? The total comes to 57 lakh 32,000. Am I right in this? Good. 57 lakh 32,000 minus 50 lakh. So 7 lakh 32 minus 60. So 6 lakh 72,000 is the final answer. Those people who got this answer, very good. Because इस concept का explanation आपको पहले से ही मिला है. But for people, जो कुछ भी people who are seeing this concept for the first time, did you understand? Why did we change the percentage? Because ये percentage दिया गया है cost के हिसाब से, but you should convert it as a percentage of sale. Did everybody of you understand? I want everybody of you to answer. Why are you taking 2 lakh as abnormal? Because वो दिया गया है ना question पे हर्षित. I am not giving you anything newly. It is given in the question that there is an abnormal item with the value of 2 lakh rupees जिसके लिए हमने क्या किया है उसको हमने लॉस में बेचा है सो उसको रिमूव कर दो. Nikhil, you wrongly solved the illustration. How did you solve illustration number 2 before me teaching LIFO, FIFO? Hmm? Ma'am, cost to sales and sales to cost. Can you explain? Yes, Yajna Raman, please see. The percentage that I am applying here to here, the table is very, very important. Okay. So when I have a percentage given to me on cost, I should first convert it into fraction. Okay. So I should tell in Telugu this time. Okay. So not Telugu, I'll first explain it in English. Okay. So try to understand, please. Now, when I have a percentage that is given on cost, okay, convert the percentage into fractions. You know what is fraction? Numerator divided by denominator. So 25% ka fraction will be 1 by 4. How, madam? 25 by 100. So in 25 tables, 100 will go 4 times. So 1 divided by 4. Clear? So when I do that and arrive at a fraction, now always remember the logic. Cost will be less than the sale. Okay, cost is always less than the sale. So if 1 by 4 is my cost, okay, now don't go fraction wise. Madam, if I solve 1 by 4, then that is more than the sale. No, no. Just remember very simple off your logic brain and on your the normal rule brain. In that, if you see 1 by 4 is given, okay, now cost 1 by 4. Sale will be more than cost, no, madam. So in the denominator, I just add 1. So if it is 1 by 3 here, it will be 1 by 4 here. If it is 1 by 4 here, it will be 1 by 5 here. It will be 1 by 6 on cost. It will be 1 by 7 on sale. So 1, you are going to add it in the denominator when you go from cost to sale. Clear? Now, madam, I have something in sales, madam, but I want that in cost. So since cost is less than sales, subtract 1. So 1 by 6 will become here, not 6 minus 1. So it becomes 1 by 5 here. If I take 1 by 7 here, it will be 1 by 6 here. If I take 1 by 3 here, it will be 1 by 2 here. Clear? Yajna and Sumant. For both of you, one is in Tamil, one is asking me in Telugu, so that's difficult. Did you all understand now? Valamasetti Sumant. Ardhamainda, did you understand? So when you go from the cost to the sale, add 1 in the denominator. From sale to the cost, minus 1 in the denominator. Okay? But whatever you do, convert that into the fraction and then do it. Sumant, did you understand? Okay, good. All of you. So with this, I'm going to go very quickly to the next concept. So abnormal loss is your second type of question. How many types of questions we have seen, ma? First, we have seen adjusted selling price. वो इसके लिए 2 illustrations हमने किए थे. Okay, that is over. Then we came to specific identification method. उसके लिए 1 illustration we have done. That also is clear. Then we came to the third concept, which is the abnormal loss concept. उसके लिए we did 2 questions. One is illustration number 8 and one is practical question number yes, practical question number 3. Practical question number 2 we have done. Now we are going to come to a very important concept of stock taking. I want everybody of you to listen very, very importantly. What is stock taking? सेल्स इज लेसर देन कॉस्ट, उसके लिए तो आपको लॉस आ जाएगा ना संदीप कुमार. When sales is lesser than the cost, that means you have sold them at a loss only. So where is the question of you trying to get a profit percentage, ma? Sale lesser than cost is loss. So उस loss के लिए you need not have to calculate anything. Did you understand, Sandeep? No problem. You can ask any question that you feel like asking. I will clarify it. You don't have to feel wrong about the question. Clear, everybody? Okay, very good. Now, please, students. Yes. Now, please, students, go ahead. Now, let us see. Stock taking वो exercise होता है जब भी business every year at the time of closing the books. Okay, at the time of closing the books का मतलब क्या है? As on 31st of March every year, वो उसका production या उसका business सब कुछ को रोक सकता है. It will stop that business and it will sit down and it will physically count the stock. So physical inventory taking, उसको हम स्टॉक टेकिंग बोलते हैं, विच दे आर नथिंग बट दे आर गोइंग टू एज ऑफ 31st March दे आर गोइंग टू फिजिकली count the stock. Why, madam, I should count the stock? This can be your question. My dear students, every year, every business does the stock counting. Why should you do? For various reasons. In my system, I will have one particular inventory count, but actually the stock can be little less or it can be more also. If it tallies pin to pin and it always, whatever you're showing here only comes here, you're lucky. The business systems rules are very clear in place. But in most of the times, क्या होता है, जो कुछ भी stock physically available है, it will not be. Okay, it will not be there in what? It might not be there in the system. What is there in the system might not be physically available here. क्यों मैडम, क्या हो सकता है? What can be the reasons? There can be a theft. Your store manager, without your knowledge, he is taking and he is stealing the goods and taking it. Or there are rats. They are just spoiling your goods. They're damaging it. तो इन सब चीजों के बारे में if you have to understand, then you should do the stock taking. Is this clear to everybody? Yes. हम ascertain करते हैं inventory का value. In every question, if you see till now, whatever illustrations and practical questions we did, they asked us to find out the value of the inventory on which date? 31st March 2022 or 3 or 4 or whatever. But 31st March was the deadline. So, my dear students, I or any business will usually do on 31st March. But now, this type of problem, what we are going to see is they don't do it on 31st March. Okay. They don't do it on 31st March, but before itself, sometimes they can do it. Maybe let us say 23rd March. So don't tell me, madam, why 23rd March? I'm giving you example. Yeah, they can do 23rd March or before that also. Anything. Or they can do in April first week, you tell me. Or April 7th or April 10th, let us take. So what happens is now the fourth type of problem that I'm going to introduce to you is they are taking and arriving at the value of inventory as of this particular date. Value of inventory as of this particular date. And then they are telling you, no, no, we have done it by mistakenly either before or after. But in my books, in my balance sheet, what need? I need the value of the inventory as of this date. So I will do few plus and minus adjustments and arrive at this value. जो हमको क्या करना है फोर्थ टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस में, वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन दिस आल्सो, बट इन दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस क्या करना है, मेरा इन्वेंट्री का स्टॉक टेकिंग कब हुआ है, इधर बिफोर 31st March यानी आफ्टर 31st March, उसको पढ़ के आपको आइडेंटिफाई करना है. द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज यू विल रीड द क्वेश्चन एंड यू विल आइडेंटिफाई वेदर द स्टॉक टेकिंग हैज हैपेंड बिफोर 31st March or after 31st March. So in the respective situations, what will happen is what we are going to see now. ये होता है case 1, ये होता है case 2. Okay, now please see. During this particular 1 week or whatever बीच का ये टाइम 8 days में इतना सेल्स हुआ है, दिया गया है क्वेश्चन. What can be the adjustments? They will give you sales, they will give you purchases. क्या देता है क्वेश्चन पे? सेल्स देता है, क्वेश्चंस देता, परचेजेस देता है इन द क्वेश्चन. नाउ यू पीपल टेल मी, simple logic I will tell you. Value of the inventory here is 10 rupees. The sales during this period between this 1 week, 5 rupees. Purchases is 6 rupees that you have done. Now you tell me, how will you arrive at the value as of this? Sales, what you should do? Total value of inventory is there. Sales during the week, will you add or subtract? Think logically and tell me. As of 31st March, between this period, I have done a sale of 5. So out of this 10 rupees or the 10 worth goods, 5 rupees is still there or it is gone? 5 rupees is still there or gone? 5 rupees is still there or gone? Gone. Very good. So I should subtract the sales. Very good. Now when you make a purchase, that stock is still there with you or not? Yes, this stock is still there with me. So I will add. Very, very good. So the value will be 11. Now come to this side. Madam, same value of inventory 10, madam. During the period sales was 5. During the period purchases was 6. Now please come back. Madam, after 31st March, this sales has happened. But as of 31st March, these goods were there in the inventory, madam. It was still there in the inventory, madam. So what should I do with the sales here, my dear students? You should add. Very, very good. Now, purchases are made after this period, madam. But on 31st March, this purchase is not there, madam. So I will subtract. So here it will be value of the inventory is 9. Their value of the inventory is 11. Simple to understand. That's all. You should first see in the question whether it is done before or whether it is done after. You should simply see in the question whether it is done before or whether it is done after. Very, very, very important. Once after you identify, only transactions will be sales or purchase or sales or purchases. So I'm telling you, really, only that will be there in the question. Very easy question. Okay. All of you there with me? Did you all understand this? All of you, are you there? Did you understand this basic example? Everybody, I want everybody to answer. Whoever is there sitting, listening to the class, please answer. This one, did you understand? This one, did you understand? Perfect. Now I am going to give you a little improvisation. This is very easy. You people can understand, but this much easily will it come, ma? No. Madam, I have taken the sale value, madam, but for me, I should understand or I should ascertain. Okay, I should ascertain the cost, madam. So wherever sales is given to you, I should minus the profit. How will you minus the profit? Madam, just now we did know, madam. We took the sale value based on the percentage. So profit percentage we can be given to you on sale. So directly multiply, subtract the profit and take. Q, madam, you're taking cost of sales because, my dear students, I will value the stock always at cost. That is the principle we have seen. No. So I cannot take the sale value here. Purchases तो obviously cost में ही है. बट सेल्स को भी हम कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स में कन्वर्ट करना है. देखो, द फर्स्ट पॉइंट यू शुड अंडरस्टैंड, सेल्स शुड बी कन्वर्टेड इनटू कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स. सो हम क्या रिड्यूस करना है? प्रॉफिट को रिड्यूस करने से कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स मिल जाएगा. What is this? Cost of sales mil jayega. That is the first point you need to understand. Okay, madam. You told me 31st of March stock taking should happen. बट नहीं हुआ मैडम. 23rd मार्च हुआ है मैडम. उसका वैल्यू कॉस्ट में 10 रुपीज बोल दिया मैडम. बट इन बिटवीन द सेल्स वैल्यू 5 रुपीज है मैडम. बट मैं आई शुड नॉट टेक द सेल्स, आई शुड टेक द कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स. सो 5 रुपीज में 1 रुपी प्रॉफिट है मैडम. तो ये हो जाता है 5 - 1, 4 रुपीज. मैडम, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. इसके लिए क्वेश्चन में दे विल गिव यू a clue. They will say profit percentage is so much. Then you should apply that and then you should remember the concept and say, oh, closing stock always cost, then sale price is given. Remove the profit and take the cost of sale. ये बन जाता है अभी cost of sales. ये कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स यूनिवर्सली यहाँ भी आ जाए चाहे यहाँ भी इस सिचुएशन में आ जाए, यू शुड कंसिडर ओनली कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल. दैट इज द फर्स्ट रूल. How will you do cost of sale? Sale minus profit. Madam, profit, where it will be given? It will be given in the question. Kaisa it will be given? Directly, they will say this is profit amount. No, you should use your brain little bit. They will say percentage. तो तब वो percentage of profit sales पे they give you directly multiply. If they give you percentage on cost, convert करके apply करो. That's all. See, inventory, whenever you are going to do an inventory question, no, concept is very easy. Calculation mistakes only will come. This add, that subtract, but that will come only if you are going to practice more and more. Okay, that is going to come only when if you are going to practice more and more. तो मैडम परचेजेस का क्या करना है? ऐसा subtract करना है? No, purchases always at cost only. No, so this value will be taken as it is. Purchases is at cost. This value of inventory also at cost. Only thing is sales को हम cost of sales में change करना है. We should change the sales into cost of sales. How do we do that? Minus the profit. As simple as this. Clear everybody? This concept, did you understand? Madam, हमको sales returns दिया गया है madam question पे. Then what to do? Simple. Whenever returns are there, first subtract the returns. Sales minus sales returns will be net sales. Is net sales may remove the profit. That's all. When returns are given, why should you get so very tensed? Returns means they've given back your goods. So subtract that. Madam, वैसा ही purchases is there. उसमें भी returns है madam. Subtract the returns. Take net purchases. You understand? Any doubts with this? Whenever returns are given to you, subtract it. May it be sales returns, may it be purchases returns. But when returns are there, first subtract the returns and then take the net sale value. On the net sale value, apply the profit. Okay? Clear? We should deduct the profit ma हर्षित मदन. प्रॉफिट ही डिडक्ट करना पड़ेगा. बट प्रॉफिट को कंप्यूट करने के लिए आप हाउ विल यू कंप्यूट इट? उसके लिए परसेंटेज चाहिए ना. दैट इज व्हाट आई एम टेलिंग यू. दैट्स ऑल. इज दिस क्लियर? टिल दिस इट इज क्लियर? डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? 31st मार्च है. 31st मार्च के पहले या आगे इफ यू आर गोइंग टू डू द स्टॉक टेकिंग, you will have to do you will have to find out and do the adjustments. When you start doing the question, you will understand. बहुत easy है. This concept is very very easy, provided you understand it correctly and do. Okay, can we go ahead with doing one question? Illustration number 10. वो question पढ़ने के लिए उतना बड़ा होता है, but solving the question just takes very little time. Okay, good. Now I'm going to apply the principle one by one. I want all of you to concentrate and listen in the class. Okay, all of you please open your illustration number 10. So statement showing computation of closing stock as at 31st of March. Okay, starting point कहाँ है उस question पे? Can somebody go ahead and perfect. Question is only that big for seeing it. Otherwise, it's a very small question only. Only just 4 or 5. Okay. The first one is inventory taking for the year ended 31st March 2022 was completed on 10th April. The valuation of which showed an inventory value of 16,75,000. So the starting point is inventory valuation as on 10th April 2022. 16 lakh and 75,000 at cost. Clear? First point. So it comes under this situation. Okay? इस situation में आने से what you have to do? Sales को आप add back करना है cost of sales compute करने के बाद और purchases को subtract करना है. This did you understand? What you should subtract? Purchases. What you should add? Sales. Is this clear? जो कुछ भी सेल्स हुआ है between that period, you are going to find out the cost of sales and add cost of sales, and purchases you are going to subtract it. Is this clear? Very good. Now let me read the further question. All of you, please see very, very carefully. After the end of the accounting year until the completion of inventory taking, the sales for the next year were made at 68,750. So here I am coming back. My point is I want to calculate in the working note cost of sales. Correct? So what is the sale to that particular period? Total sales is 68,750 rupees. How much is it? 68,750 rupees. And profit margin is, all of you please see, profit margin is 33.33 percentage on cost. Now, before I read any further, now let me explain this to you. Let me explain this to you. No, please see. Cost percentage is given. Percentage on cost is 33.33 by 100, which is nothing but one third of cost. Now, you people tell me what will be the percentage on sale. Yajna Raman, I want all of you to answer. What will be this? Tell me in fraction, first of all. Yes. Ikra, Sandeep Kumar, good. Others? I want all of you to answer. If it is 1 by 3 on cost, what percent it will be on sales? Or what is the fraction it will be on sales? One third on cost. So how much on sales it will be? On sales, it will be 1 by 4th or else 25%. This is very, very important. The first thing you should change, no? Without changing, if you still tell me that only, it will not work out. Okay, good. Now read the next one. Purchases for the year amounted to 90,000 minus less the discount. Trade discount is given. What should you do with the purchases? Let us take here purchases, which is 90,000 minus trade discount 10 percentage. So 81,000 I have to subtract. Do you have purchases written in the question? No, not there, madam. So this is the value that I will take. Now read the next line, ma. Very, very important. During this period, goods were added to inventory at a markup price of 3,000 in respect of the sales returns. In respect of the sales returns. So here you have sales returns also. So first find out what is the net sales. 68,750 minus 3,000, which gives you 65,750. On this, what is the profit? Profit ye wala nahi hai. You should take this because ye sale value hai. So 25 percentage on 65,750. Can somebody tell me how much is the value? 25 percentage on 25 percentage on, okay, they say it is 16,438. Correct? 16,438. So what is the actual value? 49,312. Am I right? 49,312 is the cost of sales. Simple. What is this? 49,312. Navadeep Nirale, very good. Now you have come. All of you add cost of sales as per working note 1. It comes to 49,312. Is this clear? My dear students, if you look at your textbook, what they would have done is sales को यहाँ पे लेके first 68,750 से they would have removed the profit and again come down. Here they would have taken sales returns 3,000 minus the profit percentage they would have done. Why to do two times? You know the formula. Sales से सीधा sales returns को हटा दो and on that calculate the profit. Is this clear to everybody? Any doubts you people have? आपने question को पढ़ाई, you have read the question. Now you understand where it is coming from. Have you read the question? Others, I want you to answer. Harshit is answered. He says yes. The others, Ikra, okay. Navadeep, did you understand? Deepak, Pragati, Alok, Nikhil, Ikra, Deekshit, Sandeep, Usashri, Deepak. Others. I want you to understand. Jay Shri, good. Yajna, Dakshata. Nikhil, where are you? Akshaya, Jinka. Vijay, very good. Okay, Nikhil, why should you think you have to rewatch it again? निखिल एक बार यहाँ पे देखो, ध्यान से सुनो. इन्वेंट्री वैल्यूएशन हुआ है 10th of April में. Okay? Yes, I will explain everything once again. Please listen to me very, very attentively. Okay? So now come back. Why the screen is black, Nikhil? For you always reconnect. No. When screen is black, why do you have to sit out and do it again? Please reconnect or see from the YouTube. Okay, so listen from the YouTube, no? See from that YouTube where the live lecture is running, and then you can ask here. So, my dear students, यहाँ पे देखे तो आपका inventory valuation is taken at on 10/4/2022. Okay, Ragul, are you there in the class? And one more, Sumant. Mr. Sumant, are you all understanding? So, inventory ka valuation is done not on 31st, but after 31st. It is done on April, May. Okay. So, my dear students, from April, I should come back to the value on uh, Dikshit. Okay. I should come back to the value as on 31st of March. Okay. So, in this period, whatever transactions have happened, there can be only two types of transactions. One is sale, the other one is purchase. We learned the basic concept is when you want to go backward from 10th of April, you want to come to 31st of March. What is the rule you have to do? Whatever are the sales that has happened, you should add the sales because that inventory was there on 31st of March. For the benefit of all the students, Telugu, Tamil, Hindi, English, please listen to me in English. Basic English hai, you can understand. Please listen carefully. Okay. So the sales, whatever has happened during the period, usko aap, you should add back because as on 31st March, whose stock tha, that stock was still a part of your inventory. Now come to purchases. In the case of purchases, this stock was not there on 31st March, but I added to the stock after 31st of March. So मैं क्या करना है? Purchases को subtract करना है. Simple logic. Okay. Add the sales, subtract the purchases. Clear? Now, मैंने अभी question को पढ़ाया. When I read the question, the total value on 10th was 16,75,000. Point number one. Point number two, sales के लिए कुछ छोटा छोटा small adjustments are given to you. What are they? Total sale value 68,750 given to you question में वो okay good. I told you if they give you returns, sales returns दिया है, purchase returns दिया है, subtract it, that's all. इसमें sales returns is there in the question. So what did I do? I took 68,750, subtracted the sales return. Because net sales only I have to take, no? If the sales return has come and they have added in the stock, then what is my problem? I need not worry. Correct? But now I come back here and then I do it here. What happens? 65,750 net sale value. I told you sales means not sales, cost of sales. So cost of sales means remove the profit. Okay. Harshit Madan asked me, Madam, what is that I should apply? Is this particular sale figure, you should apply the percentage to know what is the amount of profit. Correct? Now, this percentage, if I read the question, not directly given, it says profit margin is 33.33 percentage on cost. The meaning is, I have told you, convert the percentage into fraction. 33.33 by 100 is one third. One third is 33.33. So one third fraction on cost means it will be 1 by 4 on sale because I told you the logic in the denominator add 1. From cost to sale means add 1. From sale to cost means subtract 1. This is what I've told you. Okay, 1 by 4. 25% I arrived. Now on the 65,750, I will apply into 25%. I will get 16,438. This profit, if I remove, this is my cost of sale. Madam, from where did you get this amount? In your question, they say purchases is 90,000, but you have given them a discount. What is the discount that you have given? 10 percentage trade discount. So I told you trade discount you should subtract. Is this clear, everybody? Now I am going to read the next part of the question. Shall I share the screen? Is it becoming black for everybody? Because no, these are big questions, no? Ma'am, would there be any change if we do it on 1st April? No, no, there will be no change. 31st March and 1st April both are the same days only. If only during that evening and during the morning, if you do some transactions only, they will not give like that. They'll give you a 10 period, 10 days gap. Okay. Now, my dear students, what is this? Yes or no? Is the system becoming, is the screen becoming black? Is my question. Okay, let us not do. I'm not going to show anything. Okay, now if you're going to see it, let me go ahead like this. I want all of you to listen to whatever I'm talking. After inventory taking, it was found that certain very old slow moving items costing 11,250, which should have been taken at 5,250 to ensure disposal to an interested customer. इसका meaning क्या है, madam? Meaning is very simple. An item that was costing actually 11,250 earlier now is reduced to 5,250. क्यों मैडम आपने वैल्यू को रिड्यूस किया है? Because since it is a slow move slow moving item, meaning of slow moving item is the item which is not getting sold easily. For that, you are forced to give a discount. इसके लिए यू आर reducing the value. All of you please see, मैडम ये सेल्स भी नहीं है, परचेजेस भी नहीं है, then what is the effect, मैडम आपने नहीं बताया है. I am telling you now simple logic. Whenever the value of the inventory is written down, you are reducing the value of inventory, even if it is going to be before 31st March or after 31st March. The only thing that you have to do is reduce it because value is getting decreased. This side also, that side also, please reduce it. So अभी देखो क्या है, the slow or non-moving item reduction value is what? वो 11,250 था, now it becomes 5,250. So 6,000 rupees I am forced to reduce. Madam, ये वाला reduction इस तरह का adjustment को, if it comes before March, what to do? That time also same transaction, same minus you have to do. Clear? Did you understand this particular thing? Everybody understood? I want all of you to answer. Everybody understood? Whenever there is a reduction in the value due to slow moving, non moving, some discount, some issue has happened, something has happened, the only effect is subtracted. Now read the next part of the question. Due to heavy flood, certain goods costing 15,500 were received from a supplier beyond the date of delivery to customer. As a result, the customer refused to take the delivery and net realizable value were valued at 12,500 as on March. So this is also a case of reduction in the value. But यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? 15,500 gets reduced to 12,500. So the reduction is just 3,000 rupees यहाँ पे. क्यों हुआ है? किसी फ्लड के कारण, some floods have happened, late delivery has happened, the customer told you delayed, so I will not take. He got angry, he rejected it. So this people, to sell it to somebody else, they had to reduce the value. So ये भी reduction due to delay in supply, reduction due to delay in supply, 15,500 minus 12,500. 3,000 rupees reduce किया गया है. When I reduce the value itself, reduce it. That's all. So up till this comes to total value is how much? 16 lakh 34,310. This is the value of inventory as on 31st March 2025. This particular point, Pragati, yes, I will explain it to you. So क्या बोल रहे हैं कि आपको there are some goods you have to receive, okay? वो इस गुड्स का वैल्यू था 15,500. बट क्या हुआ है, ड्यू टू सम फ्लड होके सप्लायर आप जिस गुड्स को देना था आपको उसको डिले कर दिया था. सो व्हेन ही हैज डिलेड टू गिव यू द गुड्स, आपका डिलीवरी कस्टमर को देना वो डेट भी डिले हो गया. सो ड्यू टू दिस डिले क्या हुआ है, वो कस्टमर इनिशियली 15,500 को ही वांटेड टू परचेज द गुड्स, बट दैट फेलो टोल्ड नो नो, यू हैव डिलेड टू मी, आई विल नॉट टेक, आई हैव रिजेक्टेड योर गुड्स. और इस गुड्स को किसी और को बेचना है ना. इफ यू हैव गॉट रिजेक्टेड फ्रॉम वन पर्सन, यू शुड सेल इट, रीसेल इट टू सम अदर पर्सन, नो. सो नाउ व्हाट हैज हैपेंड, यू अंडरस्टूड दैट ओके, एक बार ये इसको रिजेक्ट कर दिया है, दोबारा में बेचने के लिए कुछ अमाउंट का रिडक्शन देना ही पड़ेगा. तो 15,500 इसका वैल्यू नहीं हो सकता है. आई ब्रिंग इट डाउन टू 12,500. ये वाला स्लो मूविंग आइटम तो रिड्यूस किया है. इसका कारण क्या है, इसका रीजन क्या है इसका रिडक्शन का? इट इज ड्यू टू अ डिफॉल्ट इन द डिलीवरी. दैट्स ऑल. दोनों का सेम इफेक्ट. ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज सी, दीज टू ट्रांजैक्शंस दे कैरी द सेम इफेक्ट. देयर इज नो बिग डिफरेंस एट ऑल. दोनों का एक ही इफेक्ट है. बट वेयर द डिफरेंस इज देयर, यू नो, हियर इन दोनों का एक ही इफेक्ट इज दैट इट हैज टू बी सब्ट्रैक्टेड. रीजंस आर डिफरेंट, but the effect is the same. That's all. Did you all understand this question? That's all, ma. This is the question. Yes, like your abnormal loss. Correct. You can also tell that it is like your abnormal loss. Very good. That is why you are reducing the value. Did you all understand? Everybody understood this question? Yes. Do you have any doubts with this question? Did you all understand this question? Everybody, everybody, everybody. I want everybody of you to answer. No doubts? Okay, good. Now let us go to Dikshit is asking me how many marks, ma'am, we will get. You will get the maximum like 5 marks, and all 5 marks you can score well if you understand the concept well. And it is one of the most easiest concept. When you practice, no, it will become very easy. Okay, topic is clear. Okay, please, ma'am, once again, no, Yajna, you are, dealt it again. Once again, I told you, I'm not sure where you are sitting or where you are sleeping at that particular time. Now, let me go to the next concept, which is very, very important. Illustration number 9. In illustration number 9, also, all of you, please listen to me. I will tell you what is consignment. Wait, I'm coming there only. I'm coming there only. Okay, wow. So, now coming back to the point, everybody, please see. In illustration number 9 also, the same thing you have to do. Your stock taking is done after April, that is after 31st of March. So the same effect will come. Sales, purchases, sales, cost of sales you are adding, purchases you are subtracting. But यहाँ पे two types of thing is there. Ma'am, in this situation, businessman sold at cost. After that, due to change in the amount, NRV is lower. Yes, Sandeep. Similar to जैसा ही जब एक बार reject हो गया है, तो seller को he becomes very ओके. सो सेलर को क्या हो रहा है कि द सेलर फील्स दैट इट इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट एंड ऑल ऑफ दैट. तो इसलिए वो खुद ही इज reducing the value. Okay, now everybody let us go to illustration number 9. Illustration number 9 may be there are just 5 transactions, sales or purchases ही 3 transactions है. 2 or transactions whatever is there, no, one is sale on approval basis, the other one is consignment. Okay, they are also very easy concepts provided you understand the concept and then we do. Okay, now I'm going to start doing it. Sales and purchases tak yahan I will be doing it on the board. Then I will explain. A trader prepared his accounts on 31st March each year, and due to some unavoidable reasons, the stock taking could not be possible up till 15th of April, and the on which date the total cost of goods in his godown came down to 50,000. तो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, सॉरी, यहाँ पे it is 15th of April. So here it comes to 50,000. Illustration 10, it comes to 15,000, 50,000. Okay. So here also we are going back. So you have to add sales and you have to subtract the purchases. What is this? We will see how we will have to do. First adjustment I am reading, sales 41,000, including cash sales. See the point number 3, sales return is also there. Sales, cash and credit. There is any difference? No difference. Total sales you have to take. They have just given to confuse you. Sales total they have given cash sales is this much. What is your problem? Take the total sale. Very good. Working note 1 में total sale is 41,000 minus returns is 1,000. So it will be 40,000 actual value of the sale, net sale. But my dear students, what is the profit percentage? Can anybody read the question and tell me profit percentage? Directly given, madam, that goods are sold by the trader at 20% on the sale. Direct question. कुछ भी नहीं change करना है. Directly apply 20% on 40,000 is 8,000. So 32,000 is my actual sale value. Is this clear? Any doubts do we have? Is this clear? 32,000. How did I arrive? Hmm. Everybody clear? Everybody clear? Very simple. Direct question. Nothing. Now, point number two talks about purchases. 5,035, including cash purchases. So, what is the problem? For me, I need total purchases. Kuch trade discount, nothing is there. So, directly, whatever purchases they have given, I have entered it here. Is this clear? Purchases 5,034 including cash purchases is given. So I am taking total purchases. That's all. There is no subtraction. There is no sales. There is no discount also. There is no purchases returns also in the question. Clear, everybody? There is no purchases also. Returns also in the question. Any doubts with this? Madam, kaha se leke aaye hai, madam? This one is nothing, madam. It is nothing but your 5,034 is your purchases given to you in the question. Any doubts with this? Yeah? Very simple. No doubts. No doubt you should have. The whatever is there only I'm writing. No? Okay. Now come to the concept of consignment. Working note number 2. What is consignment? Akshata, everybody please listen. Consignment का concept होता है, when I was giving you an example, I am manufacturing markers, let us say from Chennai. I have found out a dealer who will use it or who will be able to distribute my product in Bangalore. Okay. So markers, who is the owner? I am the owner. But to whom I am sending it? I am sending it to Mr. B. He is there in Bangalore. Why I am sending it? Because he told you need not again come here. You don't know Bangalore anywhere, no particular proper place also you know. You send me the goods here. I will sell the goods on your behalf. What I will do? I will sell the goods on your behalf. So this arrangement is called consignment. All of you please listen very carefully. When the goods are sent to another person for the purpose of sale by that person, that is called as consignment. Now between me and Mr. B, who is the owner of the goods? You tell me. Who is the owner of the goods? I am the owner of the goods. Mr. B should not show the goods in his stock. What is it, Mr. B? Should he show the goods in his stock? No. So the only concept is if you receive goods on consignment, all of you please see, if you receive goods on consignment, don't include it in your stock because that is your stock. No, it is stock of somebody else. So in your books, in your physical stock, it should not be included. ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज लिसन वेरी केयरफुली. मैं एक बार दोबारा रिपीट करती हूँ. आप जब भी कुछ गुड्स को कंसाइनमेंट बेसिस में यू रिसीव इट, आप जब भी गुड्स को कंसाइनमेंट बेसिस में रिसीव करते हो, उस गुड्स को कितने तक यू हैव सोल्ड वो हो गया, उसके बाद छोड़ो. कितना अनसोल्ड कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक आपके पास है? ऑल ऑफ यू प्लीज सी. अनसोल्ड consignment stock, the goods that you have not sold but they are on consignment basis, उसको subtract करना है. Because why? You are not the owner. You are not the owner at all. You are not the owner at all. So you have to subtract it. You are not the owner at all. Remember? तो इस transaction में if you read the fifth entry, everybody read the fifth entry. The trader also received goods costing 8,000 in March. कितना receive किया है? 8,000 rupees वो receive किया है. And उसमें से 20 percentage he sold by 31st March. 50 percentage he sold by 15th April. So total how much is he sold? He has sold 20%. He has sold 50%. So 70% is already gone. हो गया, इट्स ऑलरेडी सोल्ड. हाउ मच इज अनसोल्ड? हम देखना है अनसोल्ड कंसाइनमेंट के बारे में, करेक्ट? सो 8,000 इंटू 100% माइनस 70%, 30% है अनसोल्ड वैल्यू. इट इज 30% अनसोल्ड वैल्यू. सो 8,000 इंटू 30% विच इज 2,400. इसको हम, आई हैव टू, now I have to subtract it. Unsold stock of consignment as per whatever is not sold, that is 8,000 into 30 percentage, 2,400 ko I should reduce it here. What should I do? I should reduce it here. Did you all understand? Did everybody of you understand what I should do with consignment? Very simple. Consignment का मतलब है you are not the owner. You are not the owner of the goods. So whatever stock received on consignment which is not still sold, अभी तक वो सोल नहीं, सेल नहीं हुआ है, तो वो आपके इन्वेंट्री में रहेगा ना. But is it your stock? No, owner is somebody else. So I need to remove that. Ashrita Reddy, did you understand? You were the one who were going on asking, no? Yes, you were the one who has been asking, no? Did you understand? Apart from Ashrita, did everybody else also understand? Nikhil, Deepak, Vijay, Zoya, Ikra, Dakshata, Usashri. Yes, everybody there? Okay, this is one concept. That is one concept over, madam. Sale on approval basis also is given in this question, madam. What is sale on approval basis? So, sale on approval basis, consignment, everything will be dealt with you. Like they will be including, they'll be teaching it later. But for now, the sale on approval basis, all of you please see. Whenever the goods are being sold on approval basis, it means that the the कस्टमर टेल्स यू अभी तक मैंने ये गुड्स को यूज नहीं किया है, सो आई डोंट नो हाउ द गुड्स विल बी देयर. व्हाट आई विल डू, आई विल टेक द गुड्स फ्रॉम यू एंड आई विल यूज इट फॉर अ 1 week. Okay, I will use it for 1 week. If I like the goods, then I will accept the goods. If I don't like the goods, then within 1 week I will tell you that I will reject the goods. You got this arrangement? So this is called as sale on approval basis. इस तरह के लिए what should I do, madam? So simple logic, you please remember. Okay, out of the total goods that is sent to them, let us say 10 goods are sent. Okay, in that they have returned, let us say, 2 goods. So remaining 8 goods are still with them. बट इन 8 गुड्स के बारे में उसने नहीं बोला है, नहीं कंफर्मेशन दिया है वेदर दे आर गोइंग टू परचेज इट और रिजेक्ट इट. सो ये वाला 8 स्टिल ऑन अप्रूवल बेसिस इट इज देयर विद द कस्टमर. ओके, आपने गुड्स को सेल ऑन अप्रूवल बेसिस में सेल किया है, बट इट इज नॉट सेल अंटिल व्हेन, अंटिल द कस्टमर एक्सेप्ट्स, इट इज नॉट ट्रीटेड एज सेल. सो जिस टाइम तक उसने एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है, जिस सम गुड्स ही हैज रिटर्न टू, दैट इज ओके. जिस टाइम तक ये गुड्स को उसने एक्सेप्ट नहीं किया है, स्टिल उसका रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, स्टिल उसका अकाउंटिंग आपका बुक्स में ही यू शुड शो. इवन दो 10 गुड्स आर सेंट आउट इन योर बुक्स, 2 गुड्स हैव कम बैक, उस 2 गुड्स का एंट्री आपने कर दिया, बट ये 8 गुड्स का अभी तक सेल का कंफर्मेशन नहीं हुआ है, यानी उसका रिजेक्शन का कंफर्मेशन नहीं मिला है, इज जस्ट लाइंग विद द कस्टमर. तो इस 8 गुड्स को मैं कहाँ पे शो करूं, मैडम? You have to show it in your books only, because you should add it as a part of your inventory. Is this clear? Any doubts you people have? Sale on approval basis, ये वाला होता है sale on approval basis specifically. Very very importantly, सेल ऑन अप्रूवल बेसिस में जब तक उस गुड्स के बारे में जो, और विच एवर गुड्स इन दैट पर्टिकुलर थिंग हैज नॉट बीन कंफर्म्ड, रिजेक्ट ही नहीं हुआ है, सेल भी एक्सेप्ट नहीं हुआ है, सो इन दोनों के बीच में स्टिल वेटिंग का जो कुछ भी गुड्स है, दैट गुड्स आर स्टिल अ पार्ट ऑफ योर स्टॉक विच यू हैव टू ऐड बैक. सिंपल. On 15th March, goods of the value 10,000 were sent on sale on return basis to the customer. The period of approval being 4 weeks. So 15th April तक इसको time है. He returned 40% of the goods and the rest is assumed, rest is approved later on 16th April. तो मैं क्या करना है मैडम? यहाँ 10,000 rupees goods का value है. Returns before बिफोर हुआ है 4,000। ओके, सो रिमेनिंग कितना है उसके पास हमारा स्टॉक? 6,000 है, ये होता है सेल्स, करेक्ट। बट आई शुड टेक ओनली कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स, ये होता है 20%। इफ आई अप्लाई ऑन दिस 1,200 आई सब्ट्रैक्ट 4,800 को यहाँ में ऐड करना है द कॉस्ट ऑफ गुड्स सेंट ऑन अप्रूवल बेसिस। इसको भी यू शुड टेक इट लाइक सेल्स ओनली। बट जिस तरह आप सेल्स को लेते हो, ओनली टू द एक्सटेंट दैट इज नॉट रिटर्न्ड, रिटर्न्स को आप सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है, और नॉट रिटर्न्ड को लेके उसका कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स कंप्यूट करके यू हैव टू एड इट बैक। दैट्स ऑल। सो विद दिस वी अराइव एट द वैल्यू ऑफ इन्वेंट्री। कितना है? 82, 86, 800, 79, 366। 79,366. Did you all understand? ओनली जस्ट टू कॉन्सेप्ट, दैट्स ऑल। ओके, आपको कुछ भी बहुत सा कुछ डिफिकल्टी या कुछ कंफ्यूजन यहाँ कुछ भी नहीं है। इट इज अ सिंपल कॉन्सेप्ट। सो सेल्स परचेजेस यू शुड ऐड, यू शुड सब्ट्रैक्ट, दैट यू हैव अंडरस्टूड नो फ्रॉम टू थिंग्स। नाउ व्हाट यू शुड डू इज, इफ देयर इज गोइंग टू बी कंसाइनमेंट स्टॉक, सिंपल प्रिंसिपल है, उस स्टॉक में हाउ मच इज सोल्ड, हाउ मच इज नॉट सोल्ड। अनसोल्ड स्टॉक वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, सो अनसोल्ड स्टॉक को लेके उसको डायरेक्टली यू शुड सब्ट्रैक्ट इट। यहाँ में कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स कुछ कन्वर्ट करना है नहीं चाहिए, this directly you can subtract. But when goods are sent on approval basis, जो goods के बारे में returns नहीं हुआ है, but approval also is not given as of the date, then you should take that value and उसका cost of sales को यहाँ पे add कर देनी चाहिए। So sale on approval basis को भी आप sale के तरह ही you should deal, you should deal the sale on approval basis also as sale. Clear everybody? Yes, all of you, did you understand? I would request all of you to go back and then again try this and see, because very very importantly, if you try it again only you will get it. Okay, हमने जो कुछ भी अभी पढ़ा है, it is a very simple concept. Four concepts we have learned. The first one is adjusted selling price. Two illustrations we have done. Specific identification method, illustration one we have done. Then we did abnormal loss value, us tarah ka problems. Two, one illustration, one practical questions we have done. Fourth type of problem is the stock taking. So stock taking में हमने दो solutions और दो illustrations को solve किया है. I want all of you to try practical question number one, which is also the stock taking. Example simple, only purchase sale, purchase is there. No consignment, no approval basis, nothing. I want you people to try that. I want you people to again go through the session. I want you people to write down the notes. Notes बना के फिर से ये वाला सभी illustrations को solve करो. The more and more you solve, inventories है आपका new concept. So if you solve more, you'll be able to get a hold of the concept. Any doubts? Mr. Akshit, you will be ready to raise the hands. Wait, I'll come back to you. The others, did you all understand whatever we have done in the class? So I want you people to go back and try. And please take a, I'm just moving away from the board. So see what the answer is. This is how it is. Hmm. Okay, the last 2 minutes, I'll take just few doubts. Akshit Gupta, write whatever is there in the chat box. No, I know you understand, you have understood it. This is the third time that you're doing it. Kindly please do that. The others? Hmm. Jay Shri Vaishnav, it is getting an internal error again and again. Wait, I'll just speak with these people and I'll see whether I'll be able to handle it. Do you have in Kanyakumari, there will be a chapter, no? ICAI ka chapter. Okay, Mr. Akshit, you will not leave me until I tell. Yes, please tell me, Akshit.
Ma'am, good afternoon, ma'am.
Good
Ma'am,
afternoon. Tell
ma'am,
me.
this question alone, ma'am. In this question, till starting, I understood from working note 3, I'm getting confused, ma'am.
What is the working note 3? Whenever you sell goods on approval basis, whatever goods are returned, that you have
Mm-hmm.
to remove. Whatever is there with them, that you should take it as your own stock. So you should add it with your own stock. So ये है selling price में, so you are removing the profit and showing it at cost. That's all. You again go through the lecture, no problem. Okay.
Understood, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, yeah. The others, please go back and listen to that so that it will become easy for you people. Practice everything and come back on Wednesday. And with that, we are going to finish the inventories. So inventories, ye wala concept is over. I will just be taking FIFO, LIFO, weighted average, simple average under perpetual and continuous system. And then we are done with it. Perpetual and periodic. Yes. Thank you. Bye.